to the stream! I'm LB Hackamup, and I'm joined as always with the Sunday crew of Fallout survivors. Thank you for hanging out and watching. Welcome. We're gonna get into stuff, but before we do, channel things. Next week's gonna be normal. We will be on our final episode of the Fallout game, but Ren and I will be back on Fridays playing Split Fiction, and on Thursdays I'm gonna be playing some party games, maybe some Must Kill Orcs, All Orcs Must Die, or Repo, or that fun stuff. So check them out. Check out our socials for that. If you're watching this on YouTube, give it a like, give it a comment. I like to hear about that stuff. I like to know things. If you tell me stuff about the volume, I appreciate it, but I cannot change it. I'm so sorry. Tell me in chat now if volume's weird, please. Because otherwise I can't do anything about it. But I do appreciate it, and I like the comments. Thank you. But before we get into stuff, let's go around and have everybody introduce themselves, starting, of course, with Zach.
Hi there, I'm Zachary Vaudo, SneakerNet or SneakerNet Music all over the internet, and tonight, once again, I am your favorite socialite, Mr. Handy, hat collector, because two is a collection, Goldie.
Hey folks, I'm CJ Danny B. I'll be playing Finn tonight, our lovely flower super mutant. This is Fernadette. She fell off of her shoulder plate, and now she will sit in front of the camera. I just noticed she's behind my nameplate, so we're fixing her, but we'll get there.
Oh, hey everybody, I'm Ian, or your boy Big, and on social media, and I'm playing everyone's favorite dog-loving synth, Devrin. That's really nice to be able to say now.
Hey everyone, I am Sean. You can find me all across the internet at Help Action Needed, and I'm playing Cam, everyone's favorite dog-loving having human.
Hey everybody, I'm Wings, also known as Danae Keener. You can find me at DanaeKeener.com. Today I am playing as Eve, who is our vault dweller.
Hello everybody, my name is RJ. You can catch me at RJS282. Today I'm playing Maxwell, the Arsenal of Democracy, Sniper, and Master of Sign Language.
And I'm LB Hackamup. I'm going to be your overseer for this evening. Now Fernadette is the only thing in focus on Danny's screen.
No, check. Fernadette, stop it. Okay.
I kind of dig it.
Look at her. She's prettier anyway. You got it.
Hey, yeah.
No, you just lift her up and put her off to the left, or your right, so that people can see her. But she's peeking out. But also people can see you.
Honey, I have to
There you
use
go.
the stream to see. Come here.
But father, I wish for attention.
Yeah.
I know. She likes it.
Before we get into the game proper, we need a recap. And today is a special event because we have a dual recap. We've got Danae and Ian to do the recap. So please, I'm scared, take it away.
Are we ready?
Never. Let's go.
Oh, all right, hell yeah. Oh, hey there! Welcome to the 313. I'm Eve.
Eve, who are you talking to? Oh, hi, I'm Devrin. Eve, who are these people?
We're traveling across the wasteland to get some data for the Great Dane because his dogs are sick.
Eve, do we know these? I mean, well, speaking of dogs, we did save Cameron's dog Cohen from one of his old enemies.
Oh, that Cameron's a real smooth talker. Sweet guy, too. I don't know how we'd get anything done without him. Most of us are socially challenged.
Yeah, he keeps on thinking we're gonna die, though. He might be right.
He's got a real cute pooch, though.
Oh, it's so cute. It's so.
Max did a great job shooting that lady. All her friends were so scared they didn't want to fight us.
It was really scary, and how good he's at. Like he's good at that. But she was out before we could blink.
After that, I helped Goldie listen to an old holotape from his owner, Mr. Armstrong.
Oh, yeah, Goldie is our friend. Oh, okay, friend who is also a Mr. Handy bent on collecting art. I don't know what for, but I don't ask because boundaries.
I just don't have the heart to tell him I don't think Mr. Armstrong is coming back.
They aren't. Why? Okay, that's pretty heavy. Speaking of heavy stuff, I told Finn that I'm a synth.
A what?
What?
Oh, talk about sweethearts. Finn's got a real knack for plants. He's like a great big green teddy bear. He's what do you call him?
A super mutant. It's a good thing too. He was able to sneak us into the super mutant circus by pretending to be one of them.
Maybe
I guess
that's
it's
what
not
I
really
should have
pretending.
done. Mr. What? I was gonna say, maybe that's what I should have done. Mr. Gigglesworth acted like he knew me.
Hey, he called you the science lady, which is weird.
Totally weird.
Yeah. Anywho, there was a guy like disguised as a super mutant. Yeah, he was there to warn us about the other super mutants going to kill us if we didn't leave.
He did? Wait, he wasn't a super mutant?
Well, no. They said something about taking notes. I think they were a science man.
Hey, who are you guys talking to over here?
I don't know.
Hey, Finn.
Hey, I saw you guys were doing an intro. I thought I'd step in. How's it going?
It's pretty good. I think we just kind of rounded off, though.
Oh,
I
no. We'll go back to the story then.
Sounds good to me.
Okay, I don't know what to do with my hands.
Incredible. That was so good, guys. Well done. Danny, you don't get another one, but Wings and Ian, you guys both get a personal AP point for that. Well done. Well done. All right. Are you guys ready to get back into the game proper?
Yeah.
All right. So you guys made your way out of the fairgrounds and are heading east towards the Corvega showroom. As you are traveling on your way, you see in the road, ways ahead, let me scroll down to my notes, the sun is on the descent behind you, and it beats down on the back of your necks as you get less and less coverage from the tall buildings. Ahead on the road, you see from a distance a Brahmin-driven cart headed your way. Being this far north, you know that this could be coming from the farms that are located outside of the city. This trade path will take these travelers south towards the Grand Coney and perhaps on to Motown. The Brahmin is flanked by two women holding guns and dressed in riveters' gear. The man driving the caravan looks nervous as he sees your group, and the women have their guns at the ready as you approach. What would you like to do?
If nobody does anything immediately, Goldie's just gonna look at them as they go by and just go, "Hi there."
They kind of stop the cart before it gets to you and will, like, you know, this is the wasteland. They will prepare to see if anything is going on and kind of give you guys an eye. Is there anything we can help you with? Says one of them.
Me personally, no. I'm just on my way north with my fantastic crew of friends here. Friends, do you have anything that you need any help with from these fine new folk?
I mean, if you all are traveling into town, anything you want to tell us from the outside of town?
Well, she kind of like, one of them still has her gun up, and the other one looks to the rest of you and just says, I mean, if you're traveling as a group, just, you know, be aware that there's a murderer on the rampage, apparently. He, killing people and stripping them naked.
I mean, is that not what you all do when people try and fight you with those guns there? Kill people, take their stuff?
We don't strip them down to their skivvies and leave. I mean, they're leaving fusion cores on them, and that is a very valuable thing that you shouldn't just leave behind. So, no.
Well, that's good. We know it's not you all then. I'm Cam. You can put your gun away. No need to fire on us.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Like, well, are you guys just traveling? And the guy on the back goes, are you looking to trade?
Maxwell swings around, finds a sign inside his coat that just says trade with a question mark that's spray painted on.
I have some items if you'd like. It'll take me a minute to... they're all packed, but I could, if you're interested. And one of the riveters is like, we really shouldn't stick around too much. We want to make it to Coney before nightfall. It's like,
Maxwell's just gonna see if he has any energy cells on hand.
mm-hmm. Yeah, oh, absolutely. I mean, not many people use those guns around here, so mostly pipe pistols, but yeah, I should have maybe 3 or 4.
Maxwell produces the appropriate amount of caps.
Oh, and you see him get excited. The other two kind of, one is eyeing you and one is like looking around at the surroundings. The one who's eyeing you is like, where are you guys coming from?
We
And
actually
all
just left
over.
Coney Island.
And the fairground. If you want a fun time, you can go stop on. There's a show happening soon.
Why would you go to the fairground?
Because it was fun.
Okay, did you go, you went to the fairground and you guys are alive. Oh. And she like looks at Finn and is like,
Hi.
hi.
Visiting family, I guess.
Okay. Cool. You look familiar. Are you from Motown?
Yes, I run the flower shop on the outskirts. That's me.
Oh, I've heard about you.
Oh, good things, I hope.
Yeah, I guess lack of bad things. You're not a murderous, brain dead thing.
I try not to be. I'll make the best of myself.
Good. So Tina is
Yes.
your friend? Yes, okay.
Oh, I love Tina. She's taking care of my flowers while I'm away. What a lovely person.
Oh, good. Well, I guess we'll probably see her when we get back there.
Do be sure to tell her Finn says hi.
Finn, I shall do that.
Alexander Finnegan, in case she forgets. But she's a wit one. She won't forget.
Okay. Yeah, if you're a friend, just make sure that you guys are careful out here. It's getting dangerous, especially with the bodies dropping, so.
Okay, we'll take care of ourselves, I promise. Here, have some flowers for the road.
Oh,
Please.
thank you. It's very sweet. She
Oh, well.
pops it in her chest plate.
No.
Goldie is floated up around behind Max if Max is waiting for the trading stuff, just to see what this individual has.
Yeah, he's got a bunch of like scrap stuff for the most part, but he does have some like manure, concrete, and mostly like bigger ticket items, like as far as like size wise. There is some ammo in there as well. But yeah, it's just normal trade stuff
Any
and
long-range
vegetables.
ballistics missiles.
I was
You-
gonna
oh.
ask that too.
I did come across a couple missiles, but I don't know if they work. I mean, I don't have any way of testing it. I was gonna pass it off at Motown and see if somebody knew what was going on with it, but I mean, if you're interested, I'll sell them.
I gotta find out if I have enough caps. I'm sorry.
Oh, don't
If I
worry.
don't, I'm
James,
gonna
I can
sell.
cover this for you.
If I don't,
got-
I'm just gonna sell him the missile launcher.
You got cool in that nice armor. I'll get you some nice long-range ballistic weapons.
Oh, would you?
Yeah. How much is it? I haven't bought anything because Ham doesn't.
That's totally
Live.
fair.
Yeah. I have 46 caps. How many things can I buy?
Let's see. A missile is worth 25 caps.
Jesus.
Cool.
Fuck.
Can we just say I have 50 and get 2?
How
Can
many
I
caps
barter
do you
for it?
have? Yes, you can barter for it.
Cool. I was like,
Or
can I
you-
engage in the mechanics of the game before asking you just for a favor?
Yeah. Yeah. Why don't we do that? Well, just as a fun thing,
Yeah.
you know?
Hey, let's do that. Okay.
All right, this is going to be a difficulty 1 because he's wants to get
Cool.
this over with quickly.
2 successes because I am tagged in it, so we gain an ATP point.
All right.
Can we, you know, 20 is far more fair, and then I can take more of them off of you.
That's true. It is dangerous to travel around with ballistics, especially ones that explode like that. Yeah,
And
why
if you don't
not?
got someone that knows how to handle them.
Yeah,
Cool.
fair. You guys are friendly
Hands
enough.
2 long-range rockets to
Yeah.
Eve.
Thanks.
Oh, you're so welcome.
just like haphazardly
Yeah.
straps them to her pouch, which is just bulging.
I wish to preface this with "Do not be alarmed." This is just
Okay.
the roll for the ammo.
Okay. I
Not the Riveters.
No.
They were so friendly.
the Brahmin sort of sniffs at you, Devrin. A Brahmin is a cow basically with two heads. So one of the heads sniffs at you, and one of them starts like chewing on your pant leg. Devrin.
I think he's just more so of like staring at Eve with the humans like
That's fair.
I don't know if this
Oh,
is a
you
good idea.
Devrin, you got something on your pants there.
Oh jeez, not again. Oh.
Oh, Sadie, don't do that. So sorry. I don't know.
No,
Just was
it's
Eve for a second.
fine.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. How are they? Are they big or?
Yeah. It's a little bit bigger than a normal cow, just two heads.
It's a two-headed cow.
Yeah. That's very
Is it
common for the wasteland.
Ugh. I don't know. I don't know why I like this so much. Like he's having a moment. How much for the cow?
Oh yeah. No, sorry. I kind of need that to. It's pulling the cart. I need it. Sadie 1, Sadie 2. 2 brains, 1 body. She's my pet. Please don't.
Okay. I respect it.
Plus, Devin, we don't want to take one out into the wilds with us. When we get back, we can get you your own. What are they called?
Brahmin.
Ramen. That you can tend to, and you can raise it up alongside a dog or two.
You promise?
Try my best to help you with it.
I'll take that as well. Thank you for this gift. And then he just kind of turns away from everybody. Slightly embarrassed.
Over Max's shoulder to the guy selling gold, just go, well, gosh, friend, I don't have much use for the things in here, but if you happen to have any art in your possession, I'd be more than happy to trade with you.
Art? What?
Yes,
What-
things that you look at for fun.
I found a magazine,
What
but
kind?
I can't read. I don't know. I can't read.
Don't worry, I can help you with that.
Oh, well, I mean, if you want to, but I don't think we have time to learn. And like the Riveter's like tapping her non-watch. I don't know what the waste. She points to the sun.
There are watches in the wasteland.
Oh no, sorry, my apologies. I'm not programmed for instructionals. I meant I can see what the magazine is.
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah, if you want. Yeah, and he kind of like ruffles through some papers that are just like nonsense, and then some clipboards back there, and he pulls out a magazine, and I'm gonna roll to see what magazine you get.
All right.
Tales of a
Yeah,
Jerky Town
Devin,
vendor.
did you see all the clipboards there?
It is Programmer's Digest. So the way magazines work in the Fallout universe is when you read them, you get skills. For this one, once when you fail a science test to hack into a computer terminal and would be locked out, prevent from trying again, you may choose not to be locked out, allowing you to make another attempt. If you learn this perk, you may do this whenever you're locked out of a computer.
I will look it over, and Goldie will mostly look at the pictures. The text in there probably makes some immediate sense to him, but he's mostly looking at the pictures, and he goes, well, gee golly, friend, I'm not sure if this qualifies as art, but I'm more than happy to give you a couple caps for it, or I've got about 5 pre-war money.
Pre-war money, not really my bag, but I guess you could throw me a couple caps for it. It's not that useful, right?
Roger, Dodger, and just toss him 2 caps.
Yeah. Cool. Pockets them, puts it in his change purse. And the Riveter, who you guys were talking to, is like, unless there's anything else, we gotta get going.
Sorry, I don't want to take up too much of your time, but do you have any plants or seeds or just extra little greenery?
he's like, oh, of course I do. And you see him like shove things aside. He's like, I just came from the farmlands to the north, so I have some wheat and I have some other things. Is there anything particular you're looking for?
Oh my god, I want it all.
How many caps do you have?
Oh my god. Oh god, is it safe to tell my inventory, man?
Maybe enough. I mean, could I get maybe one of everything?
One of everything. He swallows his one of every. Are you sure?
Maybe. I don't know what your prices look like, but I can
Okay.
try.
Well, let's see. And you see him like start doing math in his head. He's like, I mean, if you want one of everything, that's fine. 500 caps.
Oh shit, that's more than I thought.
I
Okay,
got $2.
that's okay. Okay, well, I say hypothetically in the realm of 170 caps in my pocket. Would you take that?
I'll take it for some of it.
Okay, that's fine. So definitely the wheat.
Okay.
Let me see. I guess if I peruse the shelf, we're talking like a little collection of everything is available. Like
Yeah.
we
So
have
if
on the
you go,
spreadsheet?
if you go to your spreadsheet, you can find anything that is not a rare item. You
Okay.
can probably pick up a couple of.
Good deal. So then, so I guess the wheat, a gourd blossom,
Okay.
a melon, and sugar maple.
Sounds great.
Good deal.
Does he take charge card?
No. They don't know what that is.
Okay.
Teach him.
They don't take Arsenal of Democracy IOUs. They don't have a standing order.
No war bonds?
No war bonds.
No war bonds.
Batman
Robbery at
MasterCard, does that
gunpoint?
work?
Do they accept that?
I mean, if you want, I can.
They don't
just
accept it,
Easy
but-
combat.
Is this the direction?
I would feel
I-
so bad attacking this merchant man.
Because
I'm
I'm just
saying
gonna
not for
take this
Cam.
cow. If this is
Yeah.
what we're doing, I'm taking this cow.
This is not
Hold
good
on, let me
people.
get to long range real quick.
Wait, these are friends of my friend. Please don't kill them.
Well, time to take
Oh.
off the hat.
You see Devin,
God
he's
damn.
like tucking his gun away. He's like,
No, please. Okay, it's fine. Just how much for the fruits?
150.
Oh, damn. Okay. I can make that work.
Okay.
Thank you. These are going to go to great use.
Yeah. I mean, the sugar maples are incredible. If you've ever had it, if you go further north, I mean, don't go too far north because obviously the
Okay.
Ubers. But like, if you go
Oh.
north, you can find trees that you can actually like. They're big enough that you can stick a straw in and drip out the sap stuff, and you can like boil it. They do it up north all the time.
Oh my god. Hold on. I have some cooking savvy friends. I'm sure that would love that. We do have other acts and things to do, but if we happen to catch a break and want to swing by, guys, could be a fun little vacation.
Oh, you have to go pretty far north for that,
like a
but
good
yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, sometime. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. I'm gonna take care of these and grow them and make them big and strong. He's kind of like looking at the seeds, like you're just gonna be big little plants one day.
Oh, you're so kind. Well, I mean, I'll give you guys a little. Look, I like you guys. You're pretty chill, says this owner, and he's like, I'm gonna tell you something, and I've only told one other person because I think it's important. Whomever is killing these people, the last guy that was found is actually one of my friends. He had to get out of town a couple months ago, and he decided to go. I mean, he made this really stupid decision to go to the graveyard. But Charisse here showed me a picture of the body, and I think it's him. So I don't know what that's all about, but just be safe out here. That's why I have extra security,
Yeah, I'm safe. I'm sorry about your friend. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, so he made some
Was he
bad
a
choices
traitor
in
like
life.
you?
He
Or-
was, but he got in some trouble with some of the locals and owed people money. That whole nightclub scene there. He paid some things that he couldn't actually afford, and he owed some money, and decided to leave town and thought the safest place would be the graveyard, of course. So I thought he was dead months ago, honestly. But apparently not.
Speaking of nightclubs, if you need a new trade route, I know a great club owner you could get in contact with.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Go to I have it written down so many times. One day I will remember. Go to my friend. She's amazing.
Mm-hmm. Who is she?
Is
A pile of dust.
No.
No,
Oh,
different
not my
friend.
friend. I
Different
hate
friend.
her.
Different friend.
Wrong friend.
An actual
Her name is
friend.
Miss
real
Ruby Knight, and she
Mhm.
runs a store.
She runs a brothel, and it's called the
It's
Moonless
called-
Night.
Thank you. I don't know why. Like I have it on every page, and I just can never find it.
Circle it a bunch, highlight.
Yeah,
Ah.
it's the Moonless Night that I can never remember.
Yeah. I will say, just as a reminder, Finn, Tina, right, was her name? She wanted you to put in a good word for her with the other Riveter so she could leave Motown.
Right. She did say that to me.
Mm-hmm.
Then if we rewind back to it, I was like, oh, she takes care of my plants all the time.
Yeah.
She's so great. I heard, honestly, maybe the best riveter. No offense to you guys, I just met you, but best riveter woman person I've ever met in my entire life. Definitely just deserve respect from everyone around her.
I mean, coming from a super mutant, that's pretty big.
Well,
Sorry?
I'm pretty big, so I'm good for it.
Okay, well, maybe I can put in a word in with the higher ups to see if she can get out on the road if that's what she wants. I know Motown kind of sucks for Riveter work.
Yeah, she'd probably like that. I would greatly appreciate you putting in a good word for her, please.
Okay, well, I shall note that, says the
Score.
GM.
I got you, Tina.
This
She
action
will
have
remember this.
consequences.
Yeah,
Wait,
Same vein.
Good ones.
your quest updates.
save Tina. What?
Well, unless
Down appears next to it.
Whoever has clipboards, their request is just strobing at the top.
yeah.
There is a man dressed in period attire running up to us with a laser musket over the shoulder, screaming, "Another settlement is under attack!"
Boom.
That's a Fallout 4.
Leave me alone. Julia flips him.
What is happening? Where are all of these missions coming from?
When they
It's like
hotfix
we're-
the game in the middle of.
It's like we're being watched by some overseer.
Or it's like when you start a new Breath of the Wild save, but you already have the DLC installed, so you start with every late game mission.
Yeah.
Immediately. Yeah.
Devrin, you do have a quest for clipboards.
I do. Because I heard somebody ask it before, but everybody was doing great. I was just like, oh, wait. It's just Devin standing there next to the ramen like. oh,
Brahmin.
hi, sorry.
B-R.
What did I say?
You said ramen?
No.
Like
I
the
did.
noodles.
No, you
Yeah,
didn't.
like the noodle.
The noodle
Next to
place
the
is
ramen.
in the Commonwealth.
I'd like to buy this noodle cow, please. Yeah, I heard that you all had clipboards.
Oh, yeah. Do you want clipboards? I have like 20 of them.
Yeah, I'll take them.
Oh, all of them? 20
Yes.
caps.
Buy one, get one half free.
You want to roll for barter?
Yeah, why not?
I assist in the fact we already have a good communication line.
I
Fair.
like buy one get one half free. It's really
Yeah.
good.
That was a great one.
Thank you. Okay, rolling for barter.
It's going to be a
And
difficulty
that's super
1.
important.
Now it's going to be difficulty 0, let's be honest. This guy likes
Oh,
you.
okay.
And you like his cow. Oh, dang. Oh,
Wow.
Oh. Oh, wow.
Extremes.
So how about I give
How
you
does
5
this-
caps and you give me all of them?
So,
Yeah.
a 1 is
For the
great.
audience, that was a 1 and a
A
20.
1 and a 20.
Alright.
20's
Could
bad
my assist
stuff.
be negating the 20?
No, that's not how it works, but you can use I believe you can use a luck to reroll, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
it says I have 2 successes.
Yeah,
I'm curious
but,
as to what
okay.
happens with a 1 and a 20, though.
I
Yeah.
get it, the 20.
Yeah, so we can do it so that they cancel each other out. Or we could do it that something very good happens and something very bad happens.
Take the good
That
and
one
bad,
is
take
more
the good and
fun.
bad.
The
I
second
like
one
that
sounds
one.
more fun,
What-
honestly.
what-
Yeah.
I kind of feel like I already know where the second one's going, but let's ride. Let's do it.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, you convince him. Yeah, okay, you know what? 10 caps is great. Let's do 10 caps for these clipboards. And as he starts unloading them to you, there is another magazine clipped to one of them. And that magazine is called Tesla Science Magazine Issue 2. What is plasma anyway? This gives a +2 physical and energy damage resistance to plasma and versus plasma weapons.
Wow.
What is plasma anyways?
Find out.
State of matter.
Deverin's holding it up to his face. He's like, "What is plasma, anyways?" Max.
Science textbook, science textbook, science textbook.
Oh, so that's what plasma is.
Look at the cover and go, "Say there, buddy, you think that has an instructional for the new device we've got installed?"
Ooh, does it? Would it? Flip. Will
Mhm.
Probably not, but
There's one section that's like Tesla coils. It's the retro future.
Goldie, I think you would find some benefit with this, right? Because that's what's.
absolutely. Hey, we can swap them back and forth, and I'll hand the programming magazine over to Devrin.
I actually think that would help
Excuse
out Devin
me?
a lot in this particular case. Sorry.
No, you're okay.
Out of turn.
No, I was scolding the cat.
Yeah, I actually think that would probably help him out a lot too, like with the programming with what's going on. Is there like a small blurb, even if it's like one of those like hateful conspiracy things about synths?
No, because Synths came out after the war, and all of the magazines are pre-war. Sorry. But we know that Maxwell has information about it back at his camp because he was reading a magazine about it, apparently.
Cool.
Episode 1.
It was a pamphlet.
Yeah, there you go.
I'd find a way to stash these clipboards and go, "Thank you very much. You're gonna make a series of people very happy."
Dope.
You're gonna make a little
Solid.
girl very happy.
He dabs you up, and then...
We started
Yeah.
doing TikTok dance.
Hi. Yeah.
Yes, that has survived the fallout.
Yeah. Hi, handsome.
Well, I'm
Survived Devrin's amnesia.
for some reason this is just programmed in me.
I know how to floss now. I don't know what's happening. Anyways, anything else you guys want to
You know how
do?
you just know things and you never learned them.
Osmosis, baby.
Whenever we leave, we can. If anybody else has anything else they want to do first, that's totally fine. But whenever we leave, I just know Goldie's gonna say like, "Well, there, folks, it's been a pleasure to meet you. I hope you have a blast over at Coney Island. There's been a management shakeup, so sky's the limit."
Huh? They're kind of like, what? As they're like riding away. Ollie, your mom's
What nice
here.
people.
Go.
Yeah.
All right. Are we ready to move on? Is there any conversation you want to have on the... it's going to take you a couple hours to get to the Corvega showroom.
So, Eve, what do you plan to do with some long-range rockets?
Oh, it's nice to have, just in case. Otherwise, they do usually go for like a pretty penny. Sorry, that's pre-war speak. They go for a lot of caps.
Nice. You seem so invested. I thought you had a grand plan with them or something.
Oh, I just think they're neat.
Max
They are
sidles
pretty
up.
neat, Eve.
In his notebook, it just reads, "Do you even know how to use them?" ?
I could try.
Maybe when we need it. We don't gotta waste one right now. But
Oh, sure,
next,
just
your
let me know.
question. I don't know how to use my knife, but I have it. We can let Eve have a cool thing.
Oh, I've got one of those too. And she like flips out like a butterfly knife, like. I don't know how to
More
use
and
it
more
either.
interesting every time you talk, Eve.
No, you're too much, Cameron.
The gas mask is staring into the camera a la Office at this conversation.
I think I'm gonna slide over to Finn real quick. I'm like, hey, I have a question for you.
Yeah, what's up, big guy?
Do you like where you're from? Is there like a lot of room for people to move in?
Well, probably, yeah, pretty consistently. People are coming in and out all the time. Some people going on long-term vacations, or it's all over the place. You think about moving into Motown?
Yeah, I've been traveling a lot, and I think maybe like finding a space. I really like that Brahmin, and I can't really travel with one, so maybe like
Right. They're pretty cute. I mean, they're all over the place. I'm sure you could find a Brahmin just to usually meant
right.
more for maybe work and pulling stuff, but as a pet, they're adorable. I mean, the two heads not so much adorable, but yeah, we can get you one in Motown. Oh
What's
my
wrong with
god.
the two heads?
Oh no. Well, it's uh, according to text, it's not normal. It's a more of a radioactive thing, but like it should just be one. But like it's unique, And you and I know about being unique, so it's yeah. Now I was
Listen,
thinking off the top of my dome here, it's you could say no, but the offer's on the table. I do live alone. I have work on flowers and everything, but I have a pull-out couch. If you're looking for a place to stay, be that permanently or just for a little while, as you're catching up with yourself, could be fun. Could be roommates, buddies. Yeah, like I said, if you want to hang out, I could teach you about flowers.
it's like making a face that she's like, I I think that would be very nice, Finn.
Oh my goodness, are we doing this thing?
I think we're doing this.
Okay, awesome. This is gonna be so cool. Of course, it's so fast. I don't want to rush you into anything. Please think
No,
about it.
no,
If there's
it's
any apprehensions, I'll answer any questions. The rent's really cheap. I'm
yeah.
sure we can make it work out. The income from the flowers works. So, I might have to put you to work a little bit, but we can get twice the inventory. So yeah, we could make it work.
Very like slow pat to very tall shoulder. Thank you so much. It's very awkward, large hug. He's like, I'm gonna go now.
Okay. Hey, I know you're going through some stuff, but it's only been a couple hours since you fell asleep. But hey, if you want to talk, I got you, buddy. Just I don't know why I did the cell phone thing. Come on over.
You're so nice. Um, okay. Hey, thank you.
Got you, buddy.
It turns to Goldie. I think Finn and I are roommates now.
Fantastic, friends. That's some amazing news. Say, did you know? And just start spouting off like something that's in the magazine.
Turns to the next person that's beside him. Hey, I think Finn and I are roommates now.
Oh my god,
that.
they were roommates?
Max gives a thumbs up.
It's kind of like that for the next like few minutes. We're roommates now.
That's
Who did you
amazing.
hear
I'm so
being
happy
different?
for you.
It's so awkward. Okay.
I also love that it's as we're all walking in the same direction, you're just like rotating who you're saying it to.
It's
Slowly,
like
go ahead.
I was gonna say it's like the friend walk during a pub crawl,
Just slows pace to get to the next person.
Mm-hmm.
And, hey, Finn and I are roommates now. Quicken pace to get to the next person. I have something that I feel like everybody should know. Just be very open to communication.
Gets back to Finn. Hey.
Hey, what's up, little buddy?
Hey,
Something new?
Rumi.
Hey, Finn and I are roommates now. Oh, wait,
Oh.
sorry.
Hey, I could tell you're excited, and that makes me excited. Oh, this is gonna be great. Oh my God, we're gonna have movie nights and pillow fights. Well, I might be too strong for that. Maybe we should do pillow fights.
I don't know if I want to fight you, Finn.
Oh, it's like a play fight, you know? Like we just.
No, even still, something tells me that wouldn't go too well for me.
Okay, no, that's fair. I understand. I get it.
Yeah. You could teach me how to plant things.
Of course, absolutely. Oh, we're gonna plant so many things.
Right. And then do what with them?
Well, some we could turn into food. Some will be more medicinal. Some will sell. A lot of people like decorate. Look, I don't know why I have this at the ready, but people love this kind of stuff just sitting in their house. So people love decorations. So a lot of these birthdays, anniversaries, Mother's Day.
Brothels use them to
mitzvahs.
mask the smell.
That too. Oh my God, the brothel. Constant inventory.
And they make for fantastic centerpieces.
That is true.
What's a
Quinceañeras.
brothel?
Oh, I'll tell you about that when you're older.
You want to know? I know a wonderful spot you could visit.
There you go. Let Cameron tell you. He's probably far more invested in it than I.
It's the most backhanded compliment. Oh, you should talk to Cam. He knows a lot more about brothels than me.
I don't
He's
find
so
myself there
objective.
often.
Stone attention gaze goes to Cameron like, go on.
Do you ever want a spot where you can find the best friends for only 2 caps a night and sometimes develop actual relationships?
You have to pay for friends.
Not always, not if you're good.
You all.
Oh no.
Spend
Sometimes
all my-
you get to know your friends so well that they ask you just to come over in general, and you get to bypass the line at the cost. Like I said, we'll show you when we're back. After we get the farm up and running. Yeah.
Eve, Finn, and I are roommates, and then just kind of veers
I
off a little bit
heard.
more.
Maybe I'll come by and visit you guys sometime.
Door's always open.
Do you
Just
have a
come on in.
house?
Who does in this economy?
Eve comes
Hey,
from a vault. That's like a giant house underground.
I mostly just keep on the move.
Well, if you
Eve
need
is
somewhere to
walking
stay, I'm
the-
sure we could find you a spot.
Eve is walking backwards. She's extended her arm so that Max can access her Pip-Boy.
He's playing like Red Rocket Defense.
Hey, you got any games on that thing? All right.
The whole way there until the next thing happens, Goldie is just sporadically reading things out of Tesla Science Magazine and Programmer's Digest. Just that socialite like share factoids to keep conversation going.
We are sitting ducks.
Speaking of, as the skyscrapers begin to thin out and you travel towards a more industrial and residential area, the glow of a red light spills onto the broken road. The Corvega showroom stands as a fairly well intact building compared to those around it. Surrounding the facility is a lot full of half broken and battered old world cars. As you pass, many seem to have parts that have been removed from them, nothing like a blast from a nuke could do. The solid foundation of the building holds it a few feet off the ground like it's up on a grand stage. A large semicircle of glass shields the west side of the interior of the showroom and the treasures inside. Within the window, the red light illuminates 3 perfectly intact old world cars. Eve and Goldie will recognize an Atomic V8, a 2-seater luxury car painted in cherry red, a Corvega Blitz in powder blue, and a dark blue sedan on display. A broken concrete ramp leads to the glass in what seems to be a seamed section. The glass connects to a rectangular structure on the east side. It seems to be home to 3 open offices and a back room. Within the open offices lie mummified corpses, one with a Vault-Tec briefcase. On the southern side of the structure is a solid door that has been damaged. The blast marks and bullets indicate that the door itself is very tough and people have been trying to get into it, but all have been unsuccessful. Further off to your south is a Red Rocket gas station.
You can see this briefcase from all the way out here, huh?
It's a big... They're not shy about labeling shit.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Case in point.
Mm-hmm. And this is just water.
Sure.
Purified, pure drinking water. Probably a Vault-Tec.
Mm-hmm. Well, folks, we finally made it. Now, if I remember correctly, our Shakespearean spouting friend said that there's monsters living inside some of these, so best be careful.
Max is
And
gonna
there's
hold
laughter
up
from
a
the box.
finger and then point out to the showroom and just do a walking motion with his fingers.
Yeah, you want to do a little scout?
Little scouting.
Oh, that's a little scout. Why don't you give me a check for that?
I'm just a little guy here to do a little scouting.
Just a little fella.
Just a little
All
fella.
right. This is going to be, what are you looking for?
Survival perception? Just general dangers, trappings of this place. Are there, like, any sentries that have been set up at any point in time that we need to avoid? Because that would suck.
Okay. I am going to go ahead and roll it for me. And then I will keep this difficulty a secret.
The gasp.
The gasp. Do I spend... I'm gonna spend a... Is it an action point to give yourself another dice?
Correct.
I will spend my personal action point on that.
Okay.
One additional die. That is 2 successes.
And you are
survival's a tag, yeah.
Okay.
3 total, right?
Yep. So as you search around, you notice that, like, this building itself does not have any, like, specified turrets. There are no, like, mounted guns or anything here. As you are, like, looking at this seam that's in the glass, it seems to be very well sealed. The air inside seems to be stagnant, but solid. There's nothing leaking in, there's nothing leaking out. So this seal, no way you can get in through here. But as you make your way towards the door, you kind of take a look at it and determine that you can enter in one of two ways by breaking this door. You can either lockpick it. It's going to be very difficult to do so, but you can do it. Or if you do well enough at figuring out the best place to put explosives and do enough damage to this door, you could do it. Also, with your perception check, you are going to be able to see that at the Red Rocket, as you're kind of looking around and using your rifle to search your surroundings, you notice that the shutoff valve, because you're a sniper, the shutoff valve has been engaged. So anything that is underneath this, any gasoline that is there, is contained. So you have the ability, if you can get containers, which a Red Rocket would probably have, you can get gasoline, which will make it easier to explode this door. If that's what you want to do.
That's super loud. All right.
Let's do it.
From out of some rubble next to Finn, there's a shaking, and then Maxwell just prairie dogs up out of it.
No worry, buddy.
Flips open his notebook to a, characterized version of the area that is basically like a third degree map, and is like pointing to the Red Rocket, explosion symbol, pointing to the Corvega showroom, and then making the BAM with his fingers.
So if we get something from the Red Rocket, we could blow open the door. Is that what I got? Okay.
Head nod.
Alrighty. Well, you're our boom boom guy. Ugh, that was a weird phrase. Let's go get it, I guess.
Time to go make some boom boom.
Gross.
Is that exchange auditory or visual to everybody else in the group, or is that like a...
Yeah, I figured everyone was together.
Okay, so at which point Goldie will turn to Max and go, "Oh, do you need to make something blow up, buddy? Here you go," and just tosses him a plasma mine.
Why do we have so many explosives?
I took them.
You can find them all over the place.
All right. Question: do we want to use the gas to blow up anything? I thought part of the reason of coming here is seeing if we can use one of these vehicles for travel.
Well, we have to get in to use them, don't we?
Also, Goldie, you would know that cars of this caliber would not run on gas. They would run on fusion cores.
Right. Yeah, so we'll have to get in there, wouldn't we? We'll also have to make sure that there's enough fusion cores stocked up to actually power them.
Got it. All right. Blow away.
To Cameron, there is a section of the notebook that just reads in Max's handwriting, "Wouldn't it be wild if that serial killer has a back way to the Corvega showroom? That's where he's getting all the fusion cores."
Huh. That's a wild statement, but that makes a lot of sense, especially because we were told the cars are weird.
Flips to another page. Just a thought.
Do we want to have one team get the liquid explosives and the other team scour for underground backdoor entrance? Potentially also at the Red Rocket. I imagine it has to be far enough away no one's found its way in.
Smart.
If we need to.
Thumbs up.
Okay.
Okie dokie.
Wait, we have a missile launcher. What are we doing?
We're saving it for when we fight our next wave of honkers.
Oh, that's true.
We're saving it to find out if it works at the most inopportune time.
Yeah.
How dare you? These missiles were a gift.
That you paid for.
That somebody else paid for.
Gifts
No,
work, Finn.
You're right. That does. You're right. That does still constitute as a gift. My apologies. I forgot who spent money on what.
Missiles are the one thing you
LB,
shouldn't
above
gift.
table question.
Yeah.
Just because looking at the map, and I know it's not entirely to scale, is the assembly plant like the same distance as the Red Rocket, or is it like generally kind of far away?
It's far away. So the Red Rocket is a lot closer.
Okay.
I just did not put it that way on.
That's
the map.
what, like I said with the scales, like if it was that close, I would want to check both locations.
Yeah.
But if the Red Rocket's the only close one, check there.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
All right, so who's going where? Like I said, you guys can try to pick the lock. It is going to be very difficult to do so, but you can try if anyone is, proficient in that and wants to spend some stuff. Otherwise, we can go to the Red Rocket. Who's?
You could leave Max there to work on it. I have an idea on how to melt it.
Sure.
Could I use my energy weapon tag to just slowly overheat the lock instead?
This building sustained a blast from a nuke? No.
Okay.
It's gonna have to be
multi-tool and say
concussive.
good luck.
I don't have lockpick as a skill, so.
Okay.
All right, so who's going and who's staying?
Two lockpicking if we want to just attempt it while everyone gets the rest of it.
I actually was gonna ask that question too. Like,
Better than zero.
Yeah, okay, so Max is on gasoline grabbing duty, and y'all can do the checks for that.
I don't have a
I've
lockpick
tagged.
check.
I've tagged lockpick. I can try.
Then let's have you do it then, yeah.
I will give somebody my multi-tool if it assists in lockpicking whatsoever, and then I will just go help Max haul gasoline because this is not my
Eve is
not my
like
field.
digging around in her hair for a bobby pin, and then like the multi-tool comes up in her face, and she's like, "Ooh,
Fancy." All right.
Oh,
I
and
want to
Eve,
do
if you take it, you see the name Armstrong across the side of the multi-tool.
oh, that's so very, very sad."
Then I think Kuhn and I will do a border search of like the Red Rocket adjacent, see if we can find an underground passage.
Okie dokie. All right, so who's staying at the Corvega showroom? Finn, or Max and Eve?
Now Max is going to get gas with, and
Oh,
I'm
okay.
going to follow him.
So who's staying
I'm
with
just gonna
Eve?
stay here all by myself.
I'll stay with Eve because I thought Max was staying too. So if you,
Yeah, I think Max is leaving. If we're carrying a lot, I should probably go with Max. But
Yeah, you and me could probably haul a bunch of gas easily.
Okay. All right, for those of you who are heading to the Red Rocket, hopefully RJ can still hear, shooting into the sky is a large metal rocket at the apex of an awning above the Red Rocket station. The sign labeling it as such is broken from time, and a few letters remain. An open garage sits abandoned with what seems to be a yellow hoist of some sort, as well as a weapons workbench. Off to the side are gas canisters along with old scrap metal and junk. Out front of the gas station, the shutoff valve has been engaged, meaning the tanks below are sealed. Alright, so for those of you who are attempting to unseal this, you're going to need to you're basically going to need to break the valve, which is going to be a difficulty 2, athletics and strength, unless there is something else you want to suggest. If you guys want to, you might be able to find supplies in here as well. So just let me know what you
suggest using repair and reverse on the valve.
Repair and
to take it apart.
reverse.
Basically, to take instead of to take it apart. So it's
Oh,
just,
I see. Repair.
Yeah.
I was like, reverse is not one of the skills.
say like instead of like forcing it open, can I use repair in the reverse sense of repair?
I will
dismantle
say
it so I can take it apart and let it
you
be
can
free.
you can do that to lower the difficulty of the muscle check because
I'm
it is
okay with that.
broken at this point. All right.
And then I'll muscle it.
So this will
That
be
sounds
a difficulty 1 to lower it by 1, and then it'll just be a difficulty 2 of the strength check.
Alrighty, I'm just seeing if I have anything.
Or difficulty 1
that
of the strength check.
changes my difficulty in repair, but it doesn't. So nothing. But I will happily spend. Is it luck to reroll? I don't remember.
Yeah, luck rerolls 1.
I will happily do that.
Okay.
So, I guess just roll 1d20 and see what happens. Which is wild because I'm tagged in this as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
7.
Okay.
There we go.
All right. So Finn,
So
you
that's
just
2.
need. Yep. So you so bank 1 for your AP, and then I'm gonna need an athletics strength check to break this valve open. A difficulty of 1.
I'm gonna use one of those AP for an extra die. Just because I'm afraid it's gonna roll bad, and then never mind.
Oh,
do that.
dang.
Hey,
Okay.
we banked it back.
Yeah.
Give me. So that's
gimme.
4 successes.
4. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you bank 3.
Then? Oh, we're full.
Yeah. All right. So Finn, as Goldie, sort of, how do you loosen this, Goldie?
Basically just like using like the buzzsaw to like scrape away at rust and the pincer arm as a sort of wrench in its own right. I'm loosening screws on the valve and just making it to where like it's going to be more wobbly.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So yeah, easier to just like, shake it back and forth and push.
Cool. Finn, as you know, breaking this, I guess you wouldn't know a lot about. I mean, maybe you would from your reading. This is a pressurized system, so once you break this, it's time. You're gonna have to get the canisters ready. So who wants to go grab the canisters?
Well, since Max isn't here, I can do that after I go repair. After I unrepair this.
Okay.
And if we want to do like whilst you're unrepairing, I'm grabbing a few and then switch before. Yeah.
Yeah, as you make your way inside of this Red Rocket, Max, do you want to grab the canisters or do you want to let Goldie do it?
Oh, Max was going off to grab the canisters if everyone's going to go help.
Okay.
Perfect.
Cool too.
Yeah,
All right.
Finn and I are there with you. Finn and I have helped to loosen up and almost open the pressure valve on the thing to get the gas
All right.
because it was rusted shut.
Maxwell, did you hear the description of the place?
No, sorry.
Oh, it's all right. There is a yellow hoist in here and a weapons workbench, and then canisters off in one of the corners. As you enter this area, you hear a click as something on the roof detonates. In this unfortunate turn of events, that totally is Devrin's fault. You're going to take 2 damage as a plasma mine explodes above you.
How was that my fault?
Didn't you roll the 20?
Yeah.
Oh, that
Oh,
was.
I'm
I thought-
sorry. Hold
She
on.
banked that for later.
I only
Yeah,
rolled.
yeah.
I only rolled 4.
That was only
Oh.
a third of your damage.
Here come the other 18.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Maxwell dies.
Well,
So
doesn't
you
that
have
turn into a
damage
crit?
resistance. Yeah.
Yeah, it took out the initial 2.
Yes. So this is an explosive. So let's see. You are a humanoid. Let's see where this is hitting you. And your left arm. So as this explodes, your left arm goes limp as you take most of the brunt with your arm shielding yourself. And
It's
you guys hear
sizzling.
you guys hear I mean, plasma mines make this like sound, and that's what you hear coming from inside of the facility.
Guess what programming kicks in?
The nurse hat goes on top of the
Yeah,
other
yeah.
hats.
Pink light on the eyeball as it just floats over and goes, "Oh good gosh, friends, you need to take better care of yourself." And I'm just gonna, unless Max pulls away, immediately start medicine checking.
It is several grunts and mumbled curse words.
I got a success and a 20.
No! Yay! There
Another
was a second
mine.
one.
Is it still my fault now?
You hear
No,
another
not anymore.
click as Goldie comes in.
All right, so you can let's see. What did you? Okay, you got one success. So
One
you can
success
heal.
and a 20.
Okay, so you get to heal. You can heal this damage. You can do. You can remove the damaged arm. You can heal the damaged arm.
I understood.
Phrasing.
I got the buzzsaw. I can do either.
Yeah. There you go. And then you can heal. What is it? Up to.
Is it up to your
medicine?
rank?
Yeah.
My rank is 2.
All right. All right, so you can heal 2 max, and your arm is no longer broken.
I'm pretty sure that was the same arm that got broken by the honkers too.
That I fixed last time.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
And then
But
pink
the
light
canisters
off.
are there. There's 3 of them.
Yeah. Pink light off and just go. There we go. Well, the worst is certainly out of the way now, and I'll just help Max pick up the canisters.
Oh, Max isn't picking up the canisters. He has to drag them, so it's the. I only have 4 strength.
I mean,
Fair
they're normal like gas canisters. It's not a barrel. You're not getting barrels.
Finn, after the explosion, probably would have rushed over too. And if you can't lift all of them or carry, Finn will get what you can't. So
I'm pretty sure Finn could just hold everything, no problem.
Well, I could, but I don't want to take that away from you. You
No,
just
please
went
take
through
it
an
away.
explosion. Okay.
Please.
he's got just like big old fingers, just kind of like looped inside like grocery bags.
Okay, I got him.
All right. So you guys break open this. I will say I'm not going to do this. Goldie, you have a pilot light for your flamer. If you'd like to take a step back, be a good
Can I
time for you
just-
to do so.
Can I just turn it off?
You can, yeah. You have to reignite it though later.
That's okay.
All right. You do so. You guys are able to get 3 containers of gasoline. Back at the Corvega showroom, Eve, you are attempting to lockpick this. Yes.
Yes, I am.
All right. This is going to be a difficulty 4.
I looked up the multi-tool, and it reduces the difficulty by 1.
Perfect.
And I'll spend a luck to do this with my luck.
Okay.
Okay. I just gotta make sure that I'm rolling correctly. I'm gonna do this correctly for the first time.
Okay.
While Eve is picking this lock, she just offhandedly says to Devrin, "You ever feel like you're not a real person?" Two successes.
3 because you're specialized in it.
Hell yeah.
Which equals 4 minus 1.
Damn, Sean, I don't know why that baffled me for a second. I was just like, fuck, math.
The thing
Um,
goes skrrt.
I didn't want to interrupt the roll, but Devin responds back, yes, no, what?
Oh,
What do you-
just just making conversation. Sorry, was that weird?
No, do you not feel like a real person?
Well, do you don't remember much of anything before you met us, right?
It's a little hazy, yeah.
What if I told you that well, there's a lot of my life that I don't remember either. Like most people remember having a childhood, right?
Yeah, I would assume I don't remember it, so it wouldn't surprise me if you were sharing the same thing. But I don't think you and I are similar, or at least have similar reasons why.
I feel like we're awful similar. I don't know. It's a similar experience, is all I'm saying.
Okay, I guess I kind of heard Finn speaking with Cam while we were walking, kind of like this. Open communication, which I guess it means just to kind of like tell you things. Um,
Oh, people don't like that very much. Usually when I start asking questions like this, they leave soon after.
Eve, are you gonna hurt me if I tell you something? Do I need to be concerned?
What? Why would I hurt you?
I recently learned that I'm not a person, or at least not fully. I told Finn. Max knows because Max told me. Or Max all pointed at Max said words to me.
I don't understand.
Um when I got hurt and Cam couldn't help me, Max could because they knew something about me that I didn't know, and I didn't learn more about until we got to Coney Island. I'm a synth. And then he kind of looks at you and takes a step back, and he's bracing himself just in case you do something, like he's gonna try and like defend himself.
Um, she's just kind of like looking at you. Her facial expression doesn't change. Are you gonna leave?
Should I leave, Eve?
No. No, I don't want you to leave. It's just usually when I have these kinds of conversations, people get really uncomfortable and then they leave. So,
I don't want to leave. I feel like outside of just how open and nice Finn is, you and I are similar. So
maybe.
I'm comfortable. And he still looks very defensive because in his head, like he remembers it being told to him that like what he is isn't really all copacetic people. Now you say something.
I don't want you to leave either. And
Thank you.
I don't know what a synth is, but for the record, I feel like you're a real person. And then we hear like the
Like-
click of the
Yeah.
the lockpick.
Yeah. Dever gives like a very like weird, not really forced, but unpracticed and uncomfortable smile. Like I feel like you're a real person. and then the click, and he's like, oh, "It's open."
Eve, as you're looking back at Devrin, you see a flash from the red rocket as the mine goes off.
Oh, I
What?
guess they got it open.
I assume when I turn, there's this smoke.
Yeah, it's like like sizzling up, and you see Max is standing there with his arm limp, and Goldie's like roaming over to him.
It's this. I'm gonna assume that Goldie can take care of that.
Speaking of, we probably,
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, let's go.
Yeah,
Okay.
And as you say, let's skedaddle.
Oh, I like that one.
All right. As the door opens, the rest of you will join in a moment. As the door opens, a wave of lingering decay washes over you, dissipating very quickly into the wasteland. You find yourselves in a back room area with a long hallway, at the end of which is a door that says break room. The door to the left leads to the showroom, and the door directly to your right says manager's office. The next one reads storage, and then there is a bathroom down the hallway to the left.
The group watches as Maxwell unscrews the canister on his gas mask, puts in a little car air freshener, and then screws it back up.
You're not there yet. You're still
I
back
thought
with
we
that.
were.
No, you'll be there in a second. You guys are getting gasoline.
You're
I
being
saw
blown
it.
up.
I saw it. What flavor was it, RJ? Max.
Hey, we're at a gas station. He totally could have gotten an air freshener.
Yeah.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah.
Wintergreen.
Or new car smell.
New.
Yeah. Are you guys waiting for the rest of the group, or are you guys going to proceed by yourselves?
That you mentioned early on that there was a briefcase with Vault Tech written on it, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Curiosity. I mean,
Okay.
like, I know for a fact that Vault Tech didn't have any vaults up here. What was Vault Tech doing in the 313? I don't know what this place was before the war.
I don't think I noticed the briefcase, but I am transfixed on the manager's office just based on the last manager that we dealt with.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna want to kind of go in there and see like what's going on.
Okay. You go into the manager's office. Eve, you can go into the showroom and find that the Vault Tech briefcase. It is locked with it's a difficulty 1, but if you use your tool, it's a difficulty 0. So go ahead and you can roll for that in bank if you'd like. As you're doing that, Devrin, you walk into this room. It's quite small in that it's probably like 12 feet by 12 feet. There is a desk, and then there's 2 chairs in front. There is a skeleton slumped over a desk with a computer, and the computer is on.
Almost with like no regard, it just moves the skeleton. You know, right?
Yeah.
That's what this computer's talking about.
Okay. You see that there are some corrupt files on there. A lot of them are like old sales records. But there are a couple emails if you'd like to check them out.
I would love to.
Okay. The first of which is on your screen now. If you'd like to read it out for the class.
Hold on. I'm old.
Sorry, you can if you click on it, it'll blow up.
Yeah, it went.
Yeah.
Fitzgerald Corvega Showroom, General Manager's Terminal, October 20th, 2077. I don't know why I read that weird. 2, Timothy Estes. Safety measures. There it is. Mr. Estes, I've been struggling to understand these protections that you've put in place for the showroom. I know that there have been a number of expenses billed for our upgrade to the showroom, but I just want to reemphasize that though the glass you've installed can withstand the heat and the shockwave of an explosion outside of 5 miles of the premises, it will not block the heat that would be generated from the detonation. Anyone inside of the facility will still be boiled alive.
Ooh.
Wow. I've been getting increasingly angry emails from corporate about the amount of money that has been spent. The reasoning you've given me to pass on is not cutting it for the CFO. Please advise. They wanted answer ASAP. Matthew Richards.
You see that there is another document that is open that seems to be a draft of a reply. Ooh. And there it is.
Boom. Back in the Fitzgerald Corvega showroom. October 20th, 2077. It's a draft. Safety measures. Matt, look, if things go down, we will have plenty of time to get to our own personal shelters and no one will be in store. Even if they are, the cars will be protected and that's what matters. It's not like they will actually drop the nukes. This whole thing is so stupid.
For those of you in the know, October 23rd, 2077 is the day they dropped the nukes.
Is the skeleton sitting in the chair?
Yes.
It was.
It was.
Poor Matt.
So stupid.
I love the mental image of him angrily writing this email and then just like the in the distance.
Good hot in here? Oh.
I like to think that it's like his desk is facing a window so he can see like
Yeah.
the mushroom cloud.
It's like it's so stupid.
The shot from behind. Like,
I think what's even funnier is that it's saved as a draft.
I'll get
That
back
was
to
the
this.
I'll get back to this later.
No, it's probably like Gmail where it just like auto saves
Yeah.
it as a draft if you're not
Yeah.
active for a while.
Are you still watching?
Gmail stayed up long enough to save a draft before going down.
Sure, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
God
Devin
bless
looks
Matt
down and
for
goes,
becoming a storytelling skeleton.
right? I think Devin looks at Matt and goes, "We didn't plan that out correctly." Cool. Is there anything else in the computer that I can mess with? Or
No, it's mostly just like corrupted files because it's 200 years old, and like any of the old numbers are, you can see that like in coming up to the year 2077, like numbers have gone down a little bit as far as like the sales that they do. It seems that whatever they were selling, as far as you are aware, these numbers don't really mean anything as far as like how much they cost, but they are quite big in like the amount. Like it's like, you know, $200,000 for this thing, you know, $300 for this car, whatever it is. So it, like, you don't know as Devrin, but we would know these are high-end cars that they're selling. So rich people always have money and they're gonna spend it. But
so LB, you telling me you don't have the entire P&L structure for me to look at?
I don't personally, but I can get it to you if you'd like to. Like me to.
Yes.
That can be my homework for this week.
No, please, don't do that. I'm just messing around. Okay, cool. I'd like to snoop more around in the office, but if you want to sweep over to
Yeah.
Eve while I think of something specific.
Okay, yeah, we'll sweep over to Eve, and then everyone can join us as Devrin is coming out of the room. Eve, you make your way into this showroom. You see those 3 cars kind of set up on display. In this area, there's like a reception desk that's very open in the center, and then in those 3 open offices, there's also a restroom there, but in the 3 open offices, one of which has a man that looks to be in military garb, and then the next one is again, these are all mummified corpses. They're old, but they have been sealed. They don't have any scent at this point. That all has dissipated. But the gentleman who has the Vault-Tec briefcase is sitting on one side of the desk, and there is another skeleton mummy on the other side of the desk that, from what you understand of car sales, the Vault-Tec employee, whomever this was attempting to buy a car when the bombs dropped. So the briefcase is there. If you lockpicked it and were able to get it. Is that what I'm seeing?
Mm-hmm.
Bank in 3. So you unlock this. There is some paperwork inside, one of which has the name Tracy on it, Tracy Simmons. And there is a holotape inside as well.
Interesting.
It is labeled Project Galadriel.
That's curious. Shit, like just pop that into the old hollow, the fucking stick that in the
Yeah.
Pip Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The rest of you arrive back at the Corvega showroom, and you see that the back door has been opened. Yeah. I'm sorry. Is there something?
Yeah, I didn't hear what Cameron did with Kuan, and I knew he was
Oh.
looking for something.
For the sake of expediency,
Oh,
do
yeah.
I find a murder basement?
You do not find a murder basement, but you do find some
Okay.
things in the in the Red Rocket. You find some supplies. There is a cap stash. You can roll a wealth of 3 to see how much is in there. So roll 3d20s, and that's how many caps are in there.
Yeah, I was like,
there-
we could. Kuan has an ability to find things very quickly, so we can speed
Yeah.
through it if we needed.
Yeah.
$40. Caps.
40 caps. You do find some more fusion cells. You find 3 fusion cells in there. And then you are going to find a oddly shaped item. I don't know if Cameron would know what this is, but it looks to be sort of almost like football shaped, and it has a fan on the end of it, and it looks a little something like this.
I don't think he knows what that is.
Hmm?
1 ball to throw for Kuan.
No!
I know.
You guys drag.
Disturbance
Go ahead.
Or somewhere.
It's just-
There's something wrong.
Cam found a high explosive and doesn't know what it is or what to do with it. And
not
no one's
just-
there to see this.
Sean, that's not just a high explosive.
Yeah,
That's the high explosive.
now we all to the showroom.
Yeah.
I want to show up just like 5 minutes after everyone else for comedic
Okay.
effect.
All right, sounds good.
Max sees that the door is open, and Goldie and Finn just hear a dejected sigh.
That's okay, buddy. We can probably make use of this for other reasons.
He'll drag his gasoline tank into the building,
Mm-hmm.
so it's not out in the open where a sniper could be like, "I'll just wait for the first idiot to come out this door and then shoot." The thing."
Yeah. As you guys walk in, the door to the showroom is open. Devrin, you emerge not finding anything from the back, from the manager's office. And you hear sort of reverberating through the showroom the sound of a holotape being played, which I shall play now.
This is Tracy Simmons with my proposal for Vault 46 called Project Galadriel. Through my research at Vault-Tec University, I've been working with the formula created by WestTech to stop the degradation of cells in living mammals. Using the information from the research on Jackson chameleons in recent years, I feel it is proven that the human genome has the capability to be manipulated in a similar way. Using the forced evolutionary virus, I should be able to create a different strain to more finely select the mutations that will.
No, it's playing. It's playing. We can hear it. Yeah.
Sorry. No, they can't.
Oh,
Hold on. It's
sorry.
not playing on my end. Hold on. I'm going to stop it.
Oh, good. Yeah, it hiccuped a couple times over here. We just stopped for a
Yeah,
second.
I
and
was
kept going,
stopping
yeah.
it. So let me see what. Let me just reload.
Flip the tape over.
Yeah. It's
That
skipping a
voice,
little. You gotta blow on it a little bit.
You have to use a pencil. Rewind
Yeah.
the,
Yeah.
Well, in the chat, someone just said someone just commented about the audio. So
Yeah. No.
you might
Yeah.
have
Well,
heard
because I can't hear it, so then they can't hear it. Hold on. Let me just open Chrome again for whatever reason. Reload. Roll 20.
And while you're rewinding the pencil tape,
Boom.
you'll see Cam walk in and be like, "Well, there's no murder house, but I did find this cool thing. I found some money and I found some cells. You see him like tossing a football
Oh,
back
fantastic!
and forth.
Fantastic, man. Hey, can I borrow those cells for the vehicles here?
Sure.
Oh, they're not fusion cores; they're just fusion cells.
I'll
Hands
see
you
what I can.
three
I'll see what I can
fusion
jury
cells,
rig with them.
He doesn't know what to do with them.
Okay.
I'm not sure that Goldie
And
would
then-
necessarily recognize what you're tossing either, so he just goes like right up
Oh.
to you and takes them and goes away.
And then we'll divide the 40 caps amongst the Goldie. Do you want caps?
Nope.
And it's gonna runs to 5 of us, so we all get our money.
Whoa.
All right, I'm gonna play this again. Hopefully. Okay.
This is Tracy Simmons
Sorry, we're starting
with
over.
my proposal for Vault 46 called Project Galadriel. Through my research at Vault-Tec University, I've been working with the formula created by WestTech to stop the degradation of cells in living mammals. Using the information from the research on Jackson chameleons in recent years, I feel it is proven that the human genome has the capability to be manipulated in a similar way. Using the forced evolutionary virus, I should be able to create a different strain to more finely select the mutations that will occur.
Did that sound familiar to
Its
anybody?
ability to force changes in both the genotype and phenotype of organic beings,
Turns
along with
to
its
Eve.
susceptibility to
Hold on.
Is it still
modification,
playing for the
makes
folks
it
at
one
home?
of the most important developments in
See, it
biological
just ended for us.
warfare on the
Yeah.
face of the
Weird.
Yeah.
With the assistance
All right, hold
of
on a second.
Vault-Tec and the specimens that the vault will
Good time,
provide,
chat. Enjoy.
I am confident that through time and further research, I will be able to synthesize a unique form of FEV to slow, if not stop degradation, and allow human beings to live indefinitely. My only concern is the time needed and the amount of research that will need to be done. Therefore, I will require the same cloning technology that is being implemented into Vault 108, the Gary Initiative. That should provide me with several generations of time for my experiment, as well as an adequate research assistant. Thank you for your consideration. Tracy Simmons, head of the Department of Biology, Vault-Tec University, Division of Cellular and Molecular Medicine.
Okay. So from this tape, you guys learn, I'll just tell you because I don't know why that stopped for whatever reason. You hear this voice very similar to Eve. They talk about using the forced evolutionary virus, FEV, to change the human genome. And she requested the cloning initiative that is going to be used on a different vault to help her in the time needed, as she will need an adequate research assistant, as well as generations to complete this process. You guys hear that going across, reverberating in this showroom.
Just the point that Goldie just says, did that sound familiar to anybody?
Mm-hmm.
Turns to Eve.
I imagine you guys have walked in. Eve is like crouched on the floor in front of this open briefcase, and like she's got her back to you guys, and she's just like looking at her Pip-Boy.
Load over next to Eve.
Oh hey, how's it going?
It's doing fine. We found some gasoline. It seems that you found something too.
Oh yeah, I got the door open.
I was referring to your voice on the Pip-Boy.
That's not me.
It sounds a lot like you, and it probably explains why the number is on your arm. I've been wondering why the number 4 was on your arm this entire time.
It sounds a lot like you, Eve.
It's not me. Sure, it sounds like me, but this is I have a very common accent.
I think, kind of remembering the conversation from before, Devon kind of goes over to Eve and like kneels next to them and go, could this be one of those things that you don't remember?
I kind of misspoke early. I remember everything I've done. I didn't do this. This isn't me.
Eve, are you familiar with the topic that was spoken about on that holotape? The subject of cloning. It was an early experimental procedure back when I was still operational in the starting days of my programming.
I guess I've heard of it. What do you mean?
Well, cloning is the action of replicating life. It sounds like the individual on that tape, which had a striking similarity to your voice, I might add, was invested in such a procedure. I would imagine on a personal level. This would also go hand in hand with the pamphlet that we found that had a striking similarity to you.
Eve is gonna like look at the rest of the room, like trying to read everybody else's faces. Like, is anybody buying this?
I will say, Finn, you know the name Tracy Simmons. The
I
voice,
was about to ask.
sounds a lot younger. The woman who raised you was old and sickly, but same name.
I think as all the other questions are taking place and recognize the voice, Finn is kind of just like registering, like that's the same last name. Hold on, okay.
Eve, I know Tracy, and we talked before about the kind of matching tattoos, and maybe you don't remember, but it seems like you're connected somehow to the lady that made taught me everything. If you remember everything you did, but you don't remember this at all.
Right. So that can't be me.
Well, you do have a rather distinct voice, at least from what I've heard, so it's very, very you.
Functionally speaking, there is no differentiation between cloning and descendancy through regular genetics, except for the fact that it only takes one individual.
This is not me. And I don't know what you all believe, but my name is Eve, not Tracy.
We noted before that the tattoo that Eve currently has less marks than the Tracy I knew, correct? Is a simpler one.
So the one that you knew, she had 3 lines on her arm,
Right.
and Eve has an I and a V. Eve, Ivy.
Right. We do not.
Okay, Eve, then perhaps, and I'm grasping at straws here, you're a clone of my Tracy, but you don't remember that you are a clone?
Well, I remember waking up in the vault.
Okay.
And there was a dead person there. And this is usually about as far as I get before everyone is, really weirded out by this story. So stick with me, okay? Everything was kind of a lot. Like everything was everything at once. And, well, I kind of blacked out. And I wasn't in the vault anymore.
Okay, so you were just out in the wasteland after waking up?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if I had to describe it, I would probably say that I was struggling to comprehend my existence.
Okay. I understand that. That's That's relatable.
Wow, really? No one's ever said that to me before.
Oh yeah, no, we're a messed up bunch, Eve. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I guess I'm just.
Question.
Yeah, please, Devrin. I gotta think.
It's fine. It's fine, Rumi. Do you remember what that body looked like before you were in the waste?
I got a question. LB, do I remember what that body looked like?
Yes, she was an older woman with grayed hair, and she seemed to be face down on some sort of computer when you found her.
Did she have any tattoos?
I don't think Eve got that far.
Okay.
Okay. Eve, do you remember what that body looked like?
Well, she was older. She had gray hair, and I didn't really get a good look at her. She was wearing a vault suit.
Yeah. Did they? I know you didn't get a good look at them. Did anything seem familiar to maybe what you look like or have, or can you describe them? Maybe Finn, they look like your Tracy, or similar, or anything.
I mean, she was an old lady, so they're not necessarily few in numbers, but in a vault, very well could be my Tracy.
Finn, you know what vault you came from, as she was wearing the same number. You've seen Eve in her vault uniform. You have not seen the number on the vault.
Okay.
I think just we please, anybody step in here at any time to stop me.
You're doing great, buddy.
Sorry.
Okay. Can Goldie, can you play some of those like positive audience reactions?
Absolutely. And there's a small little applause coming from the box.
It makes me feel good. I think what we're saying is, Eve, is that is you, but a different version of you. Like it's a clone. You're a clone. You're a clone. Clone? And looks around and like desperately is looking at everybody like, help, please.
Cloning is the terminology. And if it makes you feel any better, Eve, about back when I was starting my operations, we had many dinner parties at Mr. Armstrong's house, and there were many conversations of philosophical and scientific nature as to what it meant to be a person. Cloning and robotics was a frequent conversation, and it is often theorized that a clone is absolutely its own individual person.
Wow, that does make me feel better, Goldie. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Okay, so a clone.
Pivot back to Devrin. Take it away, buddy.
I will say that you guys know that this.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
What?
Devrin, are you a clone?
That
was
looks
audible.
at everybody.
Sorry.
Should we take our break here? Is that the cliffhanger we should end on?
Perfect.
All right.
Yes.
We will come back to this conversation after a quick break, so don't go no place unless just to grab a drink, grab a food, grab a friend, or take your medication, do a stretch. Let's stretch our calves today. Put your foot up on the wall and get your calves stretched out. We'll be right back. Bye.
Bye-bye.
And hello, everybody. We're back. We're in the middle of a conversation. Eve just made an exclamation towards Devrin.
Devrin, are you a clone?
No. I don't. You know.
What was the other thing? A Gary? Are you a Gary?
No, Okay, I guess. Like turns and presents himself to the rest of the people.
Cameron, I will just say to get Cameron back in the scene. You walk in as this conversation gets heated.
You would all just see him flipping this toy in his hand casually. Kuan walking side by side, looking up at it like every ball. Cam's been flipping the entire campaign, and then just looks over to Eve. Yo, Petch, and throws it to you.
Max dives and grabs it out of the air as he is presented with a mini nuke in his hands.
Cam has been throwing a ball for Kuan this entire campaign.
It isn't the gremlin energy everyone thinks. It is more the nervous, like, that was a mini nuke.
I think Goldie is fixated on Devrin and Eve at this point, so like this is just happening in the background for him, at least.
Y'all find anything?
You know what? I've spoken enough. I'm gonna stand here.
Thanks for the mini nuke, Cameron. What a kind gift.
Oh,
You
I
keep
thought it
on
was a
getting me
toy.
things. Oh no, this is real.
It
Turns it
just looks
over.
like a ball, and it's got a great weight for tossing.
Oh yeah. Well, that would be the counterweights to make sure that it stays aloft when it's a projectile.
But I could have thrown it.
Well, yeah, but you know, it has to be primed, and usually you need a weapon for that.
Looks over at my
Oh.
7 in intelligence. Looks back to this game.
Oh, Cameron, I should let you know I'm a clone.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what it is, but it kind of explains a few things about me, I'm told.
If I haven't made it clear by now that I don't judge who people are, again, as long as you're not screwing me over, I don't care who you are.
And we have determined that
Does it-
Devrin is not a clone or a Gary.
What's a Gary?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
been
some-
5 minutes.
Something from a vault, I think.
Okay.
Sorry, my Pip-Boy malfunctioned while I was playing the tape, so it's kind of hard to tell.
Well, on the plus side, there ain't no murder basement, and there's no secret entrance into this place.
Yeah, as far as we know.
Well, that's what I was looking
Outstanding.
for. That's why I found the mini nuke and the money and these, and hands Goldie the 3 fusion cells.
Fantastic. I could probably reverse engineer this to make one of the cars run. And I'll
Cool.
float around the showroom looking for if there are any other things that I can use for this.
There was also an explosion in the area, so someone might be around. We might want to just look out for them.
No, we're sorry. That was us.
Hold
Uh,
the cast arm.
Are you still hurt?
Again.
Oh, I'll go and be like, yo, I leave for 5 seconds and attempt to heal you for a medicine check. Boop.
Yeah.
Okay.
As
Yeah,
yeah, successes.
I
You
was-
how much
yeah.
do you heal for?
4.
Back up to full, I think. Right?
Yes.
Okay. Goldie, as you are flying around, you notice a man in military garb as one of these mummies. And he seems to, as you kind of fly around, you see that he has obviously a tag on the front of his chest, which reads Macard. And you, as you kind of look over him, you see that he also has a holotape on him.
Does Macard sound like a familiar name?
Yeah, so General Macard is one of the generals that like lived around here. You would have hosted him at your house for Captain, then General Armstrong. He
Gotcha.
is, yeah.
I will pluck the holotape from him and pivot over and go, Eve, if you don't mind playing another holotape, I've just found one.
Oh, sure, yeah. Gosh, we're getting a lot of those lately.
Absolutely.
You pop it in, and hopefully it plays perfectly.
Sim for General McCard from Task Force Anchorage HQ. Subject, disposition of forces. 4th Battalion, 8 Marines, Devil Dogs, under General Armstrong. At 0828, 13 December 2076, TFHQ lost comms with General Armstrong of the 4-8 Marines. From the last report, it's assumed the forces were KIA. Final report from General Armstrong. 0713, 13 December 76. Salute report on enemy activity. Size 2,000 Chinese forces. Activity, tactical movement on western flank. No forward movement yet. Location, 20 miles west of city center. Unit ident, Iron Army from Gear Scene. Time, 0805. Equipment, unknown. Note, requesting resupply of fusion cores. Supply running low. No further comms received. Preliminary radar scans suggested 4-8 Marines were overrun and their position lost. Assumed casualties. All forces. Signed, General Matthew Brindlewall.
Eve looks up. There was a lot of like anagrams and stuff that she wasn't familiar with, and like waits for someone to explain it to her.
Max will explain the anagrams
How?
with his notebook.
I'm making sure. I'm making sure, man. We're having a lot of revelations today.
This
I don't know why. I felt that how. That how got me.
How?
When Max wants to speak, he will speak.
I got
All
you.
right,
All you
right.
said is he'll explain it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so sorry, Goldie.
That is unfortunate to hear.
You feeling okay, buddy?
I don't feel much of
Like a-
anything.
Yeah, I kind of knew. It's a lot to take in. Just make sure you're okay.
Would you like a hug for the ritual of it? Get a bit of closure?
Will it make you feel better?
No, but that's not the point.
Sure thing, friend.
Cam will give him Mr. Handy a hug in whatever capacity that looks like.
And Goldie is in fact familiar with the concept of hugs, so just 2 of the 3 arms just spindle over.
Good. Yeah, well, it's more for you than anyone else, so I hope it makes you feel a bit of something you needed.
Hugs provide nerve stimulation, which allow endorphins to produce in your body. I have neither.
Well, you shared a fun fact, and that's your way of processing, so I'm
I
glad we got
appreciate the
that.
gesture, Cameron. I understand the intention, and though it is not quite effective, it is still appreciated.
There we go.
He'll pivot back to Eve and pluck the holotape and put it inside of him next to the other one. Yep. Well, I was hoping for the return of Mr. Armstrong so that we could continue our activities, but it seems that will be impossible at this juncture.
Yep, unfortunately, a lot of things from before the war aren't around anymore. Like Grand Rapids.
I suppose it has been over 200 years. That would make most possibilities of his return rather impossible, all things considered.
From my understanding, most people don't live that long unless they're a ghoul.
Which
Yeah,
was a
Rob.
possibility.
Looks at Max.
Sorry. Well, if you ever want to listen to those again, the offer's always open. And if you ever want to talk about it, I'm pretty good listener too.
I appreciate that, Eve. If you'd ever like to talk about being a clone, I am also a good listener. I was programmed to do so.
Yeah, I
Okay.
wouldn't mind that being a group conversation if we just wanted to, sit around a campfire or something.
Absolutely, Finn. If you'd like to talk about being a super mutant, you can as well. And Devon, if you'd like to talk about not being a clone or a Gary, I am also here.
Solid. Does that mean that you still have to collect art?
Oh, I'm not collecting art for Mr. Armstrong. I'm collecting art for the art museum.
Right.
The fine folks at Rivera sent me out on a diplomacy mission and also asked if I find any artwork, I return it back to the museum for restoration. I'm sorry to say I have not been able to retain enough art in the process. I keep having to put it towards other uses, such as your bandages.
Is there any art available in this room?
Yeah, this place was sealed.
Let me unmute here. I have some images for you. There is art on the wall. There is also that has this Driving in Paradise label on it and showing the Corvega Atomic V8. But these are what the cars look like that are available. The Corvega, the Atomic V8, and the Blitz are two-seaters, and the other one is a 5-seater.
Goldie will take any art off the wall that he can find, and he will start putting it into the 5-seater, as though he has not stated that he intends to take it.
Mm-hmm.
Eva's gonna watch him doing that, and as though continuing the conversation, just say, do you think a clone can be programmed?
I don't think so. Clones are typically set up as what we refer to as tabula rasa. If there were intentions, I am not aware of that progress in science.
Oh. Well, okay, maybe you can help explain this then. I know a lot about some very specific things, and I never remember learning that or knowing that before. Like picking locks and driving cars. I could drive this if you want. I can tell when something's poisonous if I put it in my mouth. And I know a lot of fun facts about Grand Rapids.
One of the theoretical points of conversation in regards to cloning was the fact that cloning over of brainwaves and neural impulses seemed to be impossible. That is, however, a possibility for why you remember things that you do not actually know how to do.
Well, I do know how to do those things. I've been doing them since I came out onto the wasteland.
You are correct, but you did not learn how to do them. You simply came into being with them. So that is one possibility. Again, this was all theoretical conversation between Mr. Armstrong and his guests, such as that man. He points to the corpse in the chair.
Oh gosh, you knew Mr. Armstrong, huh? That's fun.
Yes, I parked his car many times. That is one of the reasons that I was programmed for. Accepting
You can
in
drive
guests.
too?
Absolutely.
Wow, that's really cool. I sure would like to see that.
You might be able to if I can rig this up with these fusion cells, which I will immediately try to do.
I will say, you are in a Corvega showroom. They probably have fusion cores here. If it's been sealed, this is like one of the places that might have them.
That is fair. It was not stated, so I did not want to assume. But if there
You
are in
haven't
here, I will
looked
find
everywhere yet. I
them.
don't know.
You are correct, and I'll continue to do that.
Yes, Max?
Could Max round up as many of the cores as he can, and then stash them somewhere?
So I can't find them.
Well, no, so that later on he can tell his Arsenal of Democracy friends that, hey, there's a bunch of fusion cores in this location.
Yeah, you can, there is a back room, there is, let's see, there's a storage room, a bathroom, and a break room. And then so in the storage room, there's a lot of boxes of paperwork, and there's a lockbox that has glass on the outside, and it has 3 fusion cores inside.
Max walks back to Finn, taps him on the arm,
Yeah, buddy.
raises his mask a little bit, motions for Finn to come down.
Oh God, let's get down here, okay?
I need help smashing something.
My goodness. I think, Max, did you say your first words?
She just gives you this incredulous look behind the gas mask and then just pulls it down.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'll smash it for you. Sure. Yeah. I'll smash what you need me to smash.
All right. You do so. You do not need to roll for this. You are able to smash open this and gather the 3 fusion cores. It will take 2 to power this Corvega. Goldie will know that fusion cores will last this about 100 miles.
How far is it from where we are going to back to Greektown? Less than 100 miles, I imagine.
Yeah, for sure.
That's going to be good enough for me.
As Finn is smashing the lock for the fusion cores, he just hears from behind him, "You're not also going to have an identity crisis too, right?"
I think I dealt with that a long time ago. I'm who I am now. You know?
All right, yeah, just wanted to make sure. It was kind of getting heavy in there. I wanted to like say something, but you know, my thing about talk. Anyway,
Yeah, the clone thing was weird. I have this like Eve's kind of Tracy, but I don't know what's going on yet. But I do, but it's weird. I'll mentally unpack that and we'll just distribute as we go.
Yeah. Anyway, just wanted to check in. Cam said I should talk more because it's good for socialization or something. Anyway.
Well, I want you to do what makes you comfortable, buddy. So I appreciate you spoke to me. That means a lot. I know you don't talk that much, but you have a lovely voice. It's nice to hear it.
Maybe I should have talked to Finn first, huh?
Just gassing you up, buddy.
There is a confident head nod before fixing the gas mask back on. Points back off into the room where everyone is, and he'll march off.
Yep, and pick up whatever we got there and carry it out with us.
Yeah, you're able to give that to Goldie. If you guys want to, as they're fixing up this Corvega, the others, if you want to search the back rooms, the extra rooms, you can find 1 stim pack and a Med-X. And then in the break room, there are 3 skeletons. There are 2 Nuka Go's, a pack of lady cakes, and rotten donuts on the table.
I imagine one of the skeletons is reaching for a donut,
and
like another one
How
has
did
a
they
coffee
rot
cup.
if it's an airtight building?
Bacteria.
Oh yeah, there's still
no
bacteria.
They got wiped out from the heat wave of the bomb.
It's been 200. Fine, they're melted.
They're super stale.
It cooked the people, and the people bacteria is in the air, and it got into the
Ian can
donuts.
bring in real world logic. I feel like I should be allowed to ask about donuts. That's all I'm saying.
Do not bring me in this.
Oh dear.
Just anyway.
So Goldie will try to rig up 1 car unless we're trying to take 2 cars, because a 5-seater is still 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 short of seats, unless I can find a tow hitch.
Well, you will also know Finn is not going to fit inside of this car.
He will if I take the roof off my buzzsaw.
That is fair. He will. You guys can squish the 6 of you in there if you want.
Okay, I will also say, just above table, the whole reason Goldie is taking this car is not actually to transport us; it's to transport all the dogs back.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Support this.
I'm not going to wrangle them out in the open. I'm going to put them in a car and put them right back to where they have to go.
Very fair.
Why are we worried about just taking 1? We can do 2.
You need more fusion cores for 2.
We have 3, right?
Yeah, each car is going to take
and
2.
it takes 2. Yeah.
Doesn't even.
Can I?
Oh, no, it's depleted.
Can I spend a luck point to happen upon a fusion core?
Just
which
1
is
more.
something I can do with luck.
You can. You surely can. Yeah,
Hey,
sure.
in my pocket.
Yeah.
Just stumbles out of the back room. Oh, Eve, I found this. I don't know if it's helpful, but it seemed weirdly out of place. There was some dead guy holding it, and I thought that's strange.
Wow.
Hey, this was next to the donuts.
He's just there like this.
Fortuitous. That's really fortunate of you, Cameron. Thank you.
How lucky.
I got 7 more to go.
Thank you.
All right. If you guys would like, you can grab 2. Which other one are you grabbing?
I close the picture. I mean, probably
Yeah.
the next biggest one, right?
The coolest looking one.
Or that
That'll
Logitech.
be the. I mean, the other two are 2-seaters. But the Atomic V8 has a really, like, it looks more like a Corvette in that it has like a really long body and like no trunk space for no reason, and like.
Well, okay. How about we keep the 5-seater intact, and then like take the roof off of one of the 2-seaters, and then Eve can drive that one, and Finn can sit in that one.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
And I could. Everything that Eve said is exactly what we should do. It's a showroom.
Mm-hmm.
They had to transport him here. There's no hitch or a thing anywhere. Like
They probably came on a truck.
Yeah, they probably so there's a seam in the glass, so you from the inside you can release the seal and just drive them down the ramp. There was
They
a
probably
ramp.
loaded in on a truck.
Yeah, you don't want to put
that is
any
not
miles
here.
on these things, you know.
Yeah.
Right.
Like they lose value once the tires touch the ground or just whatever shit.
Whatever, yeah.
That's why it's on a
Car
raised
bullshit.
pedestal of the entire company.
It was airlifted into this building.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah,
much,
probably.
yeah.
They just
Off
built
the
it
plant
there.
onto the floor.
Yeah, yeah.
Look, they're spending money on blast-proof glass. I'm sure they'll spend money on a car helicopter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was my silly question.
That was a good question.
So as we're getting everything loaded up, Goldie is going to float over to Eve and just go, Eve, am I to understand that you will be driving the other car as opposed to all of us being in a single car?
Well, I mean, there's only 5 seats in this one, and it'd be rather cramped for Finn. This one's got leg
Understand.
space.
Understandable. I would like to ask for you a favor then before we leave.
For sure.
And he reaches into his body and takes out the first holotape and holds that to Eve.
What do
I
you
would
mean?
like to hear Mr. Armstrong's voice again.
Okay. Stick that in there.
Do you want me to
just
play it
Listen with
again?
him.
No, we don't have to wait. We don't have to burn
Okay.
time on it. But you'll just sit there. You'll just sit there with like the eye pivoted down at the Pip-Boy. And then when it's done, he'll take it back and then go back to the car.
Can I spend a luck point for some cassettes?
Yes.
Sure.
Do the cars have holotapes in them? Can you put a holotape in the car and
Oh, I'll
play
just-
music?
Oh,
I'll
no,
stick-
you can't put a holotape in. It's a different system with the records. But
Damn it.
yes, you cannot play holotape, but you can play music. And as you start up these cars with the fusion cores, you start to hear some relaxing music. This one is a mix of Kevin MacLeod.
That in narrative, I just hear.
I don't know.
Yeah.
This is great.
Goldie, you will know that these cars have a function that they sit very low. Like I told you guys, they sit very low to the ground, but you can raise them up. You're not gonna be able to drive fast through the wasteland, especially since there are cars parked everywhere from the explosion. But you can move a little bit quicker than you would on foot.
Yep. And the goal is to not get into a car chase with them. The goal is to transport dogs.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Are you guys ready to go? Mm-hmm.
Everybody buckle up, okay?
Absolutely.
Finn's
All right.
trying to like pinch the boat. Like, okay. Just hold on to it now. This is not fitting.
Cohen's
All
just
right.
curled up on the back
No
seat next to
question.
Cam.
As you guys exit and you start to drive out of this parking lot, you kind of look outside at the broken cars that are parked, and you notice that one of the spots near the entrance, one of the cars that was there, you think was there, there's no car there anymore. You drive
Oh.
past.
Yeah, I think that's probably for the best.
Continuing north on the road, you are able to maneuver. I think is Goldie leading, as Goldie probably has a map system.
Probably.
I assume. Finn, you are in the car with Eve. Cameron and Maxwell and Devrin are. Who's sitting in the front seat? It might be a little cramped with a Mr. Goldie or Mr.
Well,
Handy, but
Max is small, so he could.
can call you
be a
Mister
bit
if you
of
want.
with Goldie.
Okay.
I would have just assumed that it would have been Cam, you know.
I figured Cam was in the back, so it could be like someone Kuin wrapped up in the middle, Cam next to Kuin.
Yeah, he's gonna be in the
That's
back with his
fair.
dog.
That's fair.
So Devrin is sitting next to Kuin on the other side.
Yo,
Yeah.
that makes sense. That makes total sense. So we'll just sit next to Max, drive in the car.
Kuin puts his head on your lap, Devrin. And he's so awkward in the car because he's never been transported like this. He's trying to stand. And he can't.
Hey,
You're just,
He's
you're
panting.
just reciting my own dog right now.
I know.
it's okay. It's okay. Cars are scary.
He kind of like, as a turn happens, he kind of like falls a little bit, so he's laying down, and then he's like, okay, well, this is actually better. I'm gonna stay here, and then he kind of like puts his head on your lap, Devrin, and he's like, his tail is wagging a little bit on you, Cam. He's like, I don't know if I like this, but I'm just happy to be here, I guess.
Work it out, buddy. It's okay. Work it out. It's all right.
All right. As you make your way north towards the beacon on your Pip-Boy, you find yourselves in a more residential area. The normal sounds of the 313 fade away as the sounds of wind are driving past. I assume you guys have the windows open. Maybe not, but the plants begin to show more signs of life and greenery out here. Being further away from the blast zone seems to let the foliage thrive. The soil collected from this area would mean faster growing and healthier plants. Continuing forward, the sound of quick movement through the brush sort of reaches your ears as there seems to be a lot of movement coming off to the right. The sound of the engine is very light. It's like an electric car, basically. Like, there's not a lot of engine sound coming in here. But you see very quickly coming out of the brush a man with dark sepia skin, short crew cut, curly corkscrew curls on top of his head. He's got well-kept armor, and he breaks through the bush line and like stops in the middle of the road, seeing the cars. He kind of puts his hands up as you are coming towards him. Again, not very fast, but
Yeah, I'm just gonna lightly just pull around him and just wave as we go by.
you're gonna go around him. He's like looking at you, and then you guys, he kind of like goes, what the, you see him mouth, what the fuck, and then you hear the sound of something crashing past him, and you see in the tree line a huge creature bust through as it is barreling towards your car, Eve. You see what those of you who have seen these in the past, a large moose-like creature, which I shall describe to you now. This is a hugag. It is a creature that stands 4'7" tall at the shoulders. It bends down towards the ground, eyes fixed on these cars. The antlers protrude from its jawline in a scoop like two large bulldozer buckets spanning 6 feet across. With one of its antlers is stuck the helmet of an AOD power armor. Its unbending legs reposition as it tosses its head to the side in pure irritation. Thudding continues as a smaller, only 5 foot at the shoulders, hugag, just shy of adulthood, follows. It sees your car, Eve, and begins to charge at you.
Oh, that's not good.
Would you like to make a pilot check to avoid this?
Sure would.
This is going to be a difficulty of 2.
I like the notion that Eve and Finn are like freaking out in the car in the back, and then Goldie's car with everybody else is just driving, listening to the music that's playing right now, just
She breaks for
blissfully
the
unaware.
pedestrian.
Also, is there just a smear where that guy was now? Oh,
No, it drove. Yeah, it's kind of. Yeah. They drove around him.
No, he meant because of the moose. The fake
Oh,
moose.
Looking
yeah.
for my
No.
character sheet, and I realized it was open over here.
It has averted its attention towards this large red car.
I'm gonna spend a luck point to roll this with luck instead.
Okay.
And I'm tagged in this. Zoop.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, you guys.
Can I roll to assist with energy weapons?
You cannot, because you cannot give more than 1 success towards it. with assisting. So Eve, as you are driving this car, you see this Hugag. Again, their legs do not bend. They kind of walk like this. It uses its scoops to then latch under the car, and the open-topped Corvega flips onto its side.
Wow, I've never seen one of those before.
Oh god! At like the moment the horns would have went under the car, Finn would have like probably grabbed Eve and like pulled her in to make sure whatever
She's
flipping
buckled. Yeah. Yeah.
I might go,
You
rip it?
protect her. You protect her from the fall, as this. You have not taken any damage from this, but the car is on its side, and I think we should go into combat.
I'm guessing we all heard that.
Oh yes.
I was like, yeah, are we
Okay.
still driving away?
Well, that's up to Goldie.
Do a check. Even I got
Adjust your
this.
rear view mirror.
Oh, look
Yeah.
at that.
Oh boy.
Fuck.
All right.
Okay.
Not the moose.
All right,
Oh, I'm
Max.
about to run out of luck.
All right. Goldie, what do you do with the car? Is what I need to know.
Okay, yeah. So the moment, like, I think we're just driving as this loud sound comes, because I'm just assuming that we're all going to keep driving. The moment I hear a crunching of metal, Goldie just goes, oopsie, and just accidentally Akira slides the Corvega to a stop.
All right, first up in the initiative order is Max. You have read about these things. You have never seen one in person, and that power armor helmet is very concerning.
And good news, that's why I did the Akira slide, so that you would be facing it.
It is the car sliding to a stop as Max is using the car door as a brace and putting his laser musket on top of it, cranks it all the way to the max, aims for the head, and fires.
Okay. Are you using an action, your minor action, to your...
I'm using my minor action to aim, so that I don't take a penalty to shooting for the head specifically.
Okay. Oh, right, because you have your thing. Okay, cool.
Here we go.
All right, this has a defensive 1, so...
3 successes.
Okay, go ahead and bank that if you guys have them, and then roll your damage.
Damage. 6 pierce 1.
Okay, dope. You see as this thing takes the brunt of this, the smaller one turns towards your car and begins to initiate with you as well. As it is the Hugag's turn now, is there anything else that you would like to do?
No, that was everything. I could make a second attack. No, I can't, because my fire rate is 0. Anyway, that's me.
All right.
Question, what is the thing that you do in order to skip the turn order?
You can use luck for that.
Cool, I'm down to do that to jump ahead of this Hugag. It's going before me, apparently.
Yeah.
Though it is going to be...
Lucky timing.
Yep, though it is going to be in the same direction as the Hugag, most likely, because Goldie can't really do anything from where he is. But he's in a upright car, and they are not. And the car is on its side. Goldie's going to, make that car lift up a little bit more. I'm going to drive towards their Corvega and see if I can knock it upright again.
Okay. All right. Okay. I don't know how physically you would be able to do this, as you could ram.
Yeah.
But you could ram their car from the other side. Yeah. Okay, let me just roll this real quick.
We're in a place of
to see how much damage the car
Everyone
took.
else in the car just going,
okay, so
Don't
this
trust
car.
Goldie. They know what they're doing.
All right,
All I
so
can think
they're
about is what happens in
Why
the game
are you
when
so
shoot
calm?
The cars.
yeah.
Why am I so calm?
I'm hitting the trunk side, not the engine side.
It's an adventure.
No, you're not. You'd be hitting the front because they were going towards you and it flipped on its side. So you're coming back down the road towards the front, and you're
but
gonna have to go.
Yeah, I can't flip it if I hit it head on though, so I'll have to do a wide arc anyway.
Yes.
So
Okay,
if I can go wider, then I will.
Yeah. I will say to flip it, it's just going to be a 1. To flip it without doing any damage. Well, you can't flip it without doing any damage to it. So
major damage.
Yeah, I just want to make sure. I want to make sure they have the chance to get away potentially.
Because I assume
well,
their thrusters are still on, so that they can.
They're not thrusters. They're tires.
Anti-grav or whatever.
There's no anti-grav. These aren't the flying cars. They're just cars.
Make cargo adorable.
They're normal cars.
Yeah.
They're normal
Just a gentle
cars.
tap so it goes down, and then Eve can keep driving.
Well, let me see.
It just has lifts.
We also have a super mutant that
I could just
like
later.
Yeah, but this is cool.
Hey, if you would like
car
to,
doesn't blow up.
If you'd like to, I'm more than happy to at the last minute pivot harder into the side of this hugag instead.
You know what?
If it
Fuck
doesn't
it,
break
we
your
out
car.
here. Pop off, Goldie. Pop off. Let's
Whip
go.
them with the whip.
Okay, so with the amount of damage that you rolled, is it visible? Is it visible to me that more damage, like any more damage to this car, is going to make it unusable, or?
It's, I mean, it's probably at like 2/3 health at this
Okay,
point.
so I think seeing that at the last minute, I will swivel the car into the side of the hugag instead.
I will say that it did enough damage to it that one of its wheels is not going to be functional.
Yeah. So then again, same deal. Like seeing that,
Okay.
well, popping it upright is not going to help. I'm going to pull it harder into the side of this hugag that is pivoted
Okie
towards us.
dokie. All right, so let me look up the rules for that real quick.
Take out his non-existent knees.
I'm pretty sure the hug.
Yeah, if we break this thing's legs, it can't do anything.
When you take
Okay.
out the legs, if you drive into a moose, it falls on top of the cab, you guys. You'd never hit moose.
I did this car has a lift. I'm trying to hit it in the side, not the
It's
leg.
not that much of a lift, my dude. This is a 7-foot tall moose.
The actual Midwesterner in me came out and was all like, "No, don't do it."
Don't hit the
Okay.
moose.
Valid.
You
Moose are
can-
dangerous.
If you
Yeah, do not fuck with moose, chat.
But in this fun, jokesy game, yeah, for
Totally.
sure. hit
Yeah.
the moose.
So give me a drive check, please, or a
Alright,
pilot
so-
check.
Yes, I will use one of my banked ones for the extra die.
Okay.
Two.
And you're hitting the big one, not the small one, right?
Whichever one was about to come towards us.
So that's the small one.
Yes,
Okay.
the one that will do less damage if it falls on our car.
That's fair.
Two
Okay.
successes.
All right, go ahead and roll me 5 damage dice, please.
Come on. Nope, not 56. 5.
All
More
right.
damage.
So as you run into this thing, you hit its legs, and as it barely scratches it, as it is going to reduce that damage. Because it's a big, strong thing. And it, like, shifts over. You see it, like sway a little bit, and, like, the other 2 legs kind of catch itself, and it's going to turn. And anything else you want to do on your turn?
Yes, my minor action, I'm going to speak up and say, would somebody with the evolutionary capacity for throwing please utilize this? And I'll pull out the plasma grenade and just hold it up in the car.
Absolutely. This smaller hugag is going to attempt to antler your car. So I'm going to roll, because this is the smaller one.
Hey guys, just consider if we didn't take the cars, it would just be hitting us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, that's so
Also,
way to
just
look at
consider
it.
the GM doesn't want us to give dogs a better life.
Yeah, clearly.
Damn.
All right. So it is trying to hit your car, which has a defense, cover, HP, scale 2. That doesn't help me. Hold on. Let me look up the rules. Think scale. Okay, so it is right. It is going to make impact with the car, and then it is going to roll 3. Your car is going to take 2 damage. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me roll to see where I hit, and then.
Not gonna lie, guys, resale value's pretty bad right now.
It'll buff right out.
It's gonna hit the right wheel. It's gonna hit your right wheel. Your wheel the back one, and it's going to reduce that damage, so it's only going to take 1 damage from this.
Okay.
Let me just copy this for you guys so you can see what's going on with your car.
Sounds good. I'm just trusting you on this one.
Okay. All right. That is going to be that one's turn. The other one is going to attempt to toss the car in front of it. Let's see how it does. I'm gonna use.
Even eye?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm gonna use one of my points for this to see how well it does. That is 2 successes. It is going to do so, and it is going to do 6 physical damage to the car. 6. Okay. You are at about half now. The car, and you see it's gonna go. It did pierce through that, so your car flips over, and it is going to land. It's gonna do like a full flip. It's going to land on its like upright, but you are going to be off the road in the foliage as this thing is going to roar out towards you, and it seems pissed. At what's going on. You guys, well, Maxwell, you would know that these things are very territorial. This one has a baby. It's a little worse. So you see this guy who's in the middle of the road, saw your cars, saw this, all of this going down, and he has his gun in his hand, and he's just like, he's gonna pull it out and start shooting at these creatures because he doesn't know what the hell else to do.
For a second there, I thought you said he begins to start shooting at you, Max.
Yeah, you, Max. Fuck you in particular.
I thought he was just going to comically run away.
All right.
You better not.
All right, there we go.
I would not blame him.
You know,
If I
delete that
if
so
I
you guys
saw
can't see
Moose turn over a car, even if I had a gun, I'd be going the other way.
He has a combat rifle in his hand, so he's gonna back up a bit, back towards your car, Goldie, and he is going to kind of post up behind it and get some cover. He's gonna take aim at the smaller one, and he is going to roll to see if he hits. He does. He's gonna roll damage on that sucker, and he is going to do a good amount of damage to it. So it's the smaller one, and he has a damage reduction of 1. So he's gonna take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. That is going to be his turn, and he's like, "Who the hell are you guys?"
Well, we're just normal people. Who are you?
Trevor, what the fuck? Let's go. Shoot.
Hi there, Trevor. My name is Goldie.
Goldie, you went already, so Cam and Finn, it is your turn. Who would like to go first?
Cam, I normally give it to you, but I think I'm gonna go first this time.
Yeah.
Might be a good idea.
Are we still in the car? Are we tossed out? Okay.
I mean, you might be tossed out unless you hold on to Goldie. Like, I assumed you, like, braced yourself on the... I mean, not Goldie, Eve. On the side so that she didn't get hurt.
Yeah. I assumed that Finn was so big he would need help getting out of the car so he wouldn't easily get thrown from the car.
You know what?
That's
a good
fair.
way to put it. Okay, let's do that. I mean, is there going to be an action to get out of the car?
No, you can use your movement to it.
Okay, cool. That
Eve, you stay here. I'm gonna be right back.
And I'm gonna get out of the car, and I guess this big one in front of me, I'm just gonna bat it with the board.
Okay.
Oh God. Please die. Yeah, I'm gonna use. It would be 3 action points to get 2 extra die, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
So, cured, that's -3. I'll get that then. And we're gonna go for it. That's lovely.
Okay. 1 success is all you need, baby.
Okay, deal. Sweet.
But it's 2 because you have it tagged.
Yeah, so you get 1 action
correct.
point back for it.
Woo! Back on the board, baby. Okay. My action points aren't changing. I'll fix this later. Okay. So then.
Well, you still lost 2 action points because. You
Right.
used
Yeah. So
3.
I took away the 3 and then gained 1 back. So.
Yep.
Cool. We're good.
All right, roll your damage, my friend.
I shall. Oh baby. Okay.
All right.
So it's 10 physical damage, and that's 4 effects. So it'll have persistent then, I guess, for the next 4 turns, unless it does whatever the other thing is for persistent.
What is the? Do you know what it is
So
off the top of your
yeah,
head?
if one or more effects are rolled, the target suffers the weapon's damage again at the end of their next turn and subsequent turns. For number of rounds equals the number of effects rolled. The target can spend a major action to take a test to stop persistent damage early.
Okay, so it's 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alrighty, and it is going to take 4 ongoing. All right, and is that going to be on your turn or on its turn? Do you know?
It'll be at the end of their next turn. So
Okay.
yeah, when he's done, he'll take more damage.
All right, you do. Oh yeah, this is this physical. Okay, so
Yes. Yeah.
not 10 full damage. It's only 7.
What the heck, Moose?
It's got damage reduction.
Stop.
Okay. All right. Next up is going to be Cam.
Yeah. So the car that we're in is actively rammed under a moose, or did the moose move?
It is next to you, and it tried.
Okay.
It did attack your car. Yeah.
Cool. Then that would mean I'm in range that Kuin can help. So Kuin will assist me in trying to shoot this moose.
Okay.
Cam
so
is going to take out his gun.
Kuin is going to get out of the car.
He's going to like bite through the window.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, like the weird legs that look like sticks. Dogs love biting sticks.
That's fair.
Especially when they're really big. Like, they love to show you what they can bring back. So he's going to
That's
bite this
true.
7-foot moose stick.
All right. Go ahead and roll for it.
It goes back to our standard issue of Kuin doesn't have stats. So how do we want to roll to assist again? He has
So
body
if-
and mind. Like,
Doesn't
That's
he
it.
give you +1 for that? +1 or +1 success? Or we're saying we're rolling for him to assist you.
yeah, we could just make it that he gives the +1 success if we want, because again, he's only got body and mind and doesn't have any additional stats in which he could actually try.
Yeah, why don't you roll the bite and see if he gets a success
Okay.
on it?
Okay.
Because normally it would just be, you'd roll just 1d20, but...
Yeah.
Okay, ooh.
Hey, I got a success.
You sure did.
I did. Okay, and then I'll roll for aggression.
There was also a 20 in there, everyone, just so...
Hey, but we also got a success.
You did!
And
You
that's
did.
what counts.
So, do I gain 1 die from that then? Right?
No, so he'll give you
No,
one
I
extra
get one
success.
success.
Yeah.
I'm gonna spend my own personal AP to gain the extra die. Because
Okay.
again, we should not trust Cam with a gun.
That's fair.
Hey!
All right, let's go.
Okay,
You
so then
you
we'll
take
roll
aim at
damage
this
for-
small thing. Yeah. Well, small. It's 5 feet
And then,
tall.
because it's a success, Kuin's bite attack does its own damage on top of my damage. So do you want me to just aim for one spot that we both attack?
No, roll
Okay.
2.
Okay.
Uh,
Cool.
and those are quadrupeds.
Okay. So for Kuin, we got head,
Okay.
and then I roll bite. He does 2 bite,
Okay.
2 physical damage. And then for gun, we got right hind leg,
Okay.
and we do 5.
Okay.
And I have vicious on my gun, so that will make it. I think it does 1 additional, right? Why is it not pulling up?
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm clicking on it. It's not telling me the thing. I'll look it up in the thingy.
Vicious, the attack inflicts +1 damage for each effect rolled. How many effects did you roll?
The effects of the heads, right?
The effect. Yes. So
2 effect.
Okay. All right, you
Yeah.
hit this in the right hind leg, and you can see, like, Kuin biting this thing, not doing a lot. But with those 2 extra damage, you are doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You see the back leg of this, like, one stick of it shatters as he is now sort of like trying to stand, and he is going to yell out in pain as this is happening. And you see the head of the larger Hugag is turned directly towards you guys, and you have earned the ire of Mama Moose.
Good boy, and just rubs his head because he got a good bite off.
All right. Next up is Eve and Devrin.
Devrin, go first.
Perfect. Devrin's also going to get out of the car and kind of like take a quick look at everything and sees that Cam is shot off and is going to shoot off as well.
Okay. Towards the small one?
That's the one that's closest to us right now, right?
Correct.
Even though we do see the bigger one coming. Okay.
Yep.
I'm going to trust that Max is lining up that shot. Perfect. Come on.
All
two
right.
Successes. Solid.
Go ahead and roll your damage.
Boom. 3 physical.
All right. You see it rip into this thing, and it gets very upset as it. Oh, roll where you hit it. I know it doesn't matter because you didn't do 5. But you shoot at this thing, and you can see it's not penetrating as much as you think it should. But it is still doing damage towards it, and this thing looks, for a lack of better terms, on its last leg.
So with my fire rate, I get an additional shot.
You get to do extra damage.
I get to
with
do
that
extra damage.
Yeah, so if you have a fire rate of 2, you spend. So make sure you're spending ammo, but you can use an additional dice. You can add extra dice to it. So with an extra shot, you can do 1 extra dice.
Okay, heard. I will remember that for the next round. Thank you.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I was trying to think if I should move or not because the other one's running for us. I'm going to stay where I'm at right now if nobody else is moving away.
Okay.
Solid. I'm good.
All right. Eve.
How are we on action points? What's the
4 out of 6 in the group pool.
4 out of 6?
Yeah.
Is it worth it for me to refresh action points, or do you guys want an assist? All right.
I feel like both are effective, whichever one you want.
Who's first in initiative?
Max.
The guy with the sniper rifle.
It's Max, but I will say I'm gonna spend a luck point to jump ahead for one thing that'll help everybody, hopefully.
You're getting the assist, Max. And I would like to do this assist by imitating the sound it made. And I'd like to roll a survival endurance for that.
Okay. So how are you? So you're using the major action to assist.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
So basically, when he makes his roll,
yeah,
I'll just hit the assist button and do that.
All right. Sounds good. Anything else from you?
That's me.
Okay. Top of the round. Goal, you want to jump?
Yep. These are my last luck point to jump. Seeing like this tiny moose next to us and the big moose charging, I just go, oh dear, just pull off the hat and turn on the Tesla coil.
Okay, you are still in the car.
It still doesn't affect my own people.
That's fair, but it will affect the car.
What if I can I tilt? I mean, it's on the top of my head. Can I really just stick it out the side of the car? Not aim it, but just stick it out the car.
It's an area effect.
Yes.
So you are going to have to get out of the car if you want to hit it and not hit the car.
Honestly, though,
so excited.
Honestly, at the same time, one car is already damaged beyond use.
I mean, pop off, sis. That's all I'm saying.
You know what? Screw it. I will open the door. I will put the plasma grenade down on the center console and just go, anybody who wants in, and I'll just float out to the side and pop the.
Okay. All right. So how do we roll for this again? Do you just?
I just roll 4 damage dice.
Okay. All right.
And it does
this
4. Where is it?
energy?
It's more than that.
No, I know.
4
You roll.
piercing 1 stun energy damage.
Okay. All right. So roll it, and we'll see how it does.
Four.
Okay, all right. So it is going to do piercing, and you are going to hit this moose, and you are going to kill this young adult Hugag.
Okay.
As it gets electrified, you guys get this smell of burnt fur coming into the car as it falls, and I'm gonna roll.
Pissed off mama check.
Well, no, I'm gonna roll to see which way it
crushing
falls.
car check.
Odds or evens?
Even.
We're not.
Even.
Okay. Evens.
In.
Even. It's going to hit your car. Odds. It's going to not hit your car. It's an odd, so it falls towards the opposite way, even though it doesn't make a ton of sense because the other foot was so. But anyways, it falls on the ground, singeing at the attack.
Well, and I'll just leave the Tesla coil on so that if big one comes in, it'll.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
take
she
the
coming.
hit.
She
Yep.
coming. Max, it's your turn.
Well,
It's
that's
coming.
the close. That's the close threat taken care of.
Uh-huh.
Just for Max's own safety, he's going to hop out of the car to the opposite side of where the moose is,
Mm-hmm.
and then just shoot through the opening so that there's
Okay.
a barrier between him and the moose if it charges.
All right, go ahead and roll your attack, please.
Yes, and I'm getting the assist from Eve.
Mm-hmm.
Submit. I am going to spend my last luck to re-roll that 17.
Okay. You only need 1 success, so you don't need to do that. Its defense is 1.
Yeah, because crits don't really do anything aside from like generating stuff,
Yeah.
right?
Good stuff or
And
bad
you have
stuff.
2 successes.
Yeah.
Okay, well, damage time.
I'm gonna roll an endurance survival to see if I can give you another one.
All right.
My assist.
Hey,
Hey, let's
That's
go.
a crit in our favor today.
You kill the moose.
The best moose call ever.
It's a hug
It
ag.
makes all the boy moose go whang.
Yep. Mm-hmm. All right.
Oh, here's some damage. 6 and 1.
Okay, go ahead and roll me where you're hitting this.
Flying insect, humanoid, quad. Left front leg.
Okay. That's 6. Okay.
Max turns to the stranger next to him and just waves.
He kind of like waves back very awkwardly. But now it is the Hugag's turn, and he is going to move towards you. He is going to.
Guys, I'm putting this out there. Do you want me to interfere?
It would be so funny if it like gets far enough away from your car, you just whip out the rocket launcher and shoot it, and it
Go
jibs.
for it.
Cause now's the time. Now's the time.
Yeah.
So
This
A,
go
A,
for
I'm,
it.
A, I'm down for that. B, I'm also wondering what happens if it runs into a stun field. Either way, though.
I kind of like boom.
Okay, I'm gonna.
And if it survives, it runs into the stun field.
I spend a luck point to go before the Hugag.
I also want to point out we are in the path, so this could be very funny.
If this goes very poorly, I'm going to lose all my friends.
Not all of them.
think
Some of us
I'm-
got out of the car.
I think I'm face to face with this thing too. So,
Oh, it is facing the other car now.
all right,
it's
okay, never mind.
It's a luck point to reroll, right?
Blow 'em up.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use my other luck point for. I feel like I was gonna. It doesn't matter. Whatever. Hit it. Oh, holy shit!
Another crit in our favor.
All right. Yes, it is.
We're bouncing out the world.
Oh my god. 2
Steve
crits in a
has
row, you
never
guys?
fired a weapon until this point, and it is a singular crit on a rocket launcher.
Uh-huh.
Alright, damage time. Fire rate is 0.
Oh my god.
Forgive that sound, chat, but
All right, you guys see this rocket going through the air, and as it does, it explodes on the back of this Hugag, and it starts to catch on fire. And as the kind of the smoke clears, the rest of you see it continue its charge towards you.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna use a
I'll
luck point to say that the AOD helmet got flung off towards Max, and he just lands in front of him.
Okay. You can't use luck points not on your turn, but we
Oh,
can
I
say
can.
that it does that.
I'll do
When
it.
in combat.
Yeah.
Okay,
luck
so
point
that
question
yeah.
here. I thought that I could spend my luck point at any time for the mysterious stranger. I'm supposed to do it at the start of a combat. Can we retroactively say that when I saw Trevor, I went, "Oh, I have another friend," and called on a mysterious stranger who will now show up to shoot the charging moose?
We'll do it. We'll do it at the start of the round. Let me
Okay.
make sure I have it up.
Just some dude in a trench coat walks out of the reeds and
Where,
then fan the
where,
hammers on a charging.
Yeah, and Cam goes, "Thank you, Conley, again."
Thanks for showing up.
All right. So it is going to charge towards you guys. I'm going to add. That doesn't mean anything for me, guys. Sorry.
I know,
Fair.
but it feels nice that someone else got it.
Yeah.
Okay, so
the Tesla coil takes effect at
Yeah.
the end of your turn.
okay, so it was already on. So okay, got it.
Correct. So yes, so this is going to ram into the car, and it is going to do. Oh, I guess I could just roll it here. I'm gonna add, or don't. That's cool. Oh wait, hold on. Cancel.
Okay, I don't want to play.
Cancel. Cancel. All right, I'm gonna add 2 dice to this. It is going to do 8 physical damage to the car, and it is going to flip it backwards, and there are 2 people standing behind it. So, those of you standing behind the car are going to take half of this, so you're going to take 4 physical damage. Those inside, which is just Cameron and Kuin, the car lands upside down behind Max and Devrin. As it sort of starts sliding, Kuin fumbles down onto the top of the car now, and you see him looking at you and looking at the situation, and you see him start to move out of the window like he's ready to go. This is normally the time we bail, so he's getting ready for that. All right, next up is Trevor. Trevor is going to, let's see, he's gonna whip out his gun, and he's gonna aim for this thing and see if he can hit it. He is going to hit it, and he is going to do... You guys keep popping out behind things. He is going to do piercing 4 damage to it. 5. All right. That is his turn, and he's going to back away as everyone is now very exposed to this thing. Next up is going to be Goldie. What would you like to do?
Seeing everything happen, Goldie is going to. If a robot could slump its shoulders, he would. As he goes over to the car, lowers down, reaches the pincer arm in, and just goes, "All right, if nobody else is going to," and I'm gonna activate the plasma grenade and not throw, but roll it underneath the moose.
I was gonna
Okay.
do it on my turn, Goldie.
You're upside down in the car now. It's harder to throw.
Okay. All right, so you move back to the car to roll this in, and grenades, is it a...
I guess it's explosive.
That
Yes,
would make
explosive
sense to
type.
me. Okay, go ahead and roll with your explosives to see how well you roll this. I really want it to go bad, and then it like rolls over to where the other car.
How's that? Is that bad enough?
That's
Oh my god,
toxic.
okay. So you roll this grenade, and it kind of like catches one of the cracks in the road, and it like pops up and explodes in front of this thing, doing no damage to it, but you may remove it from the game.
Okay.
Uh,
And I guess I'll still take the 4. Or do I roll again?
You
For
have
the 4
moved
dice?
back to the car, so you are no longer next to it.
Got it. Okay.
Yes. So yeah, because he flipped the car and threw it.
Got it. I wasn't sure the range on this thing because in the previous episode it hit an entire room full of
Yeah,
people.
it is. Let's see. The range. I think it's immediate. Well within reach. Science, rarity, rare. Turn enemies to each collection. I assume it's like within melee, because you were.
Okay.
It was in a big room. So.
I assumed it was bigger than a car length, but we may have just been generous in the previous episode.
Oh, no, the room was not that big, and also like the car was flipped kind of far.
Got it.
But okay,
I'm totally fine with it.
dope. All right, so Finn is gonna go next.
Cool. Did the Hugag take the persistent damage at the end of its turn?
Oh, from yours. That's
Yes.
correct. That was 4, right?
So it says
Yes.
it'll suffer the weapon's damage for the number of turns. I think 4 is the number of turns. I assume it just takes the same amount of damage, which was what, 7? I
Oh,
think
is
you said
that
with
what
the-
it is?
And
I thought it
Yeah,
was
but I think it
for
was-
each one rule.
GM, really quick
that's-
to interrupt.
I
Yeah.
can check.
I think we need to strike everything I just did because I used the luck point to go at the beginning of the round. I should not have gone at all right then.
That's true. So return
So I think we
everything.
strike all of that.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
We whiffed the whole thing.
Well, that
Start
means the
fight
grenade
over.
is still. That means the grenade is still in place.
We'll
so
throw a
Cameron, have
plasma
at it.
grenade.
Yes.
Retry. But no, so it says, so if you roll one more effects, so the target suffers the weapon's damage again at the end of their next turn and subsequent turns for a number of rounds equal to the number of effects rolled.
Oh,
So the number
dope.
of
Okay,
effects
so
was
it's gonna
4, so
it's
I
gonna
think,
take
yeah,
10.
7. Okay, so
7?
no reduction this time. I
Well,
didn't have reduction.
it'll take the reduction, but it's
Okay.
the
Sure.
amount you rolled was a 10, right?
Was 10, yes. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Okay.
Perfect. Then as I would see this thing running towards my other friends, I'm like, oh my god, I gotta keep chasing this. I would run after the Hugag again and aim to just kind of like smack it again with the board just along the side of the body. Or,
Okay.
as the roll will have it.
As you do.
All right, come on, board. We love it.
Okay.
So 3 successes.
3 successes. Bank those.
I shall.
Mm-hmm.
And then I didn't roll to where to hit last time. Does that matter for me on the board?
You didn't roll where to hit? I thought you hit it
I
in
don't
the
think
leg.
I did.
Okay.
Maybe not. I hit the button.
No, so yes. Oh, all right. The same hind leg? Who hit him in the leg before?
I think someone
I hit
else
him in
did.
the
Or
leg. I
left
hit the other
front
one in
leg.
the leg.
Okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
because I definitely didn't pick. I didn't hit that button.
Okay. Absolutely. How much damage
Cool.
we doing?
This much.
All
so
right.
5. Does the persist stack then? Do I just get 2 more turns of that?
That's a good question. I don't
Feel
know
like it
that.
should.
Can you look it up for me?
Yeah, I'm looking here.
Okay.
Gets out the persistence by taking a major action with a difficulty equals the number. The attribute and skill chosen by the GM. Some persistent weapons may inflict a different type of damage to the weapon, and there isn't the case. There's none of the brackets. The description itself does not say yay or nay.
Okay.
So
Can
GM is
you?
discretion?
Yeah. Can you look up online and see if anybody has answered that
Yeah.
question?
Yeah, let
And
me
we
peek.
can. Okay. So it was 10 and 5, just so we know for next time. All right. Next up is going to be Cam. This thing is
Yeah.
flaming. It is flipping cars and shit.
Yeah, using the kind of like while Kuin is, you know that thing you do where you throw a ball but not really, and then you throw it in the other way to like work on dogs doing it.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're gonna like pretend to throw it one way to encourage Kuin to fly out the way away from the Hugag, and then really throw the plasma grenade at the moose, at the Hugag.
Are you getting out of the flipped car?
God, I love
Eventually, like at the end of it. Right now, I'm kind of using it
Okay.
as like a blast shield, and then I'll get out of the car, just in
Okay.
case I throw this thing directly in front of me.
Fair.
So this is an explosion.
Yes.
That I.
You're gonna roll
click on explosion.
explosives.
Yeah.
Well, it's a plasma grenade, so it's gonna do plasma.
Uh-huh.
So go ahead and roll. Yep. Your explosive.
Yep.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So the same thing happens. You throw it. It kind of skips off the ground and skids off to the side. And Finn, you see sort of off to your left an explosion of plasma happen, like disintegrating a bush next to you.
Hey,
That
friends!
poor
I can see the real
baby.
20. That number is still higher than mine to hit. So
We had 2 tries.
We did. We
had 2
did.
tries.
We did.
Yeah.
Yes.
Then
Just the fates.
Cam's gonna get out of the car, and then walk over to Trevor and be like, "I feel like I know you so well. Thank you for finding us. When we're done with this, we should really have a talk."
Dude, what the fuck? Just what?
Oh, don't worry. I have never once been shot in my life, and I don't feel like I'm going to be attacked by this moose. Things just happen to work out for me, so no need to panic.
Wow.
And then on that, can I spend the luck point to summon the mysterious stranger?
Yeah. Yes, you can.
And then the mysterious stranger shoots you.
Do you want me to read you the stat thing for it, LB?
I could pull it up.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All
Yeah, just-
those 20s we
nothing-
accrued over the course of the episode. The mysterious stranger shoots Cameron.
Yeah.
No, because if LB did that, it goes, I get my point back for
That's
the
true.
GM being mean. It's like, things just go in my nature as a man runs out of the forest, takes aim at this Hugag.
Snow IF has AGI of 10, small guns of 6, and counts. as
I
small.
appreciate the link for the plasma grenade, Zach. It just
Okay.
didn't do anything.
Okay. Alright.
I tried my best.
Alright, so it is going to make an attack. With its. Oh!
Oh, I thought the mysterious stranger was attacking.
I
was like,
ro-
what?
No, yeah, the mysterious stranger is attacking the Hugag. It is tagged. It rolled a 1 and a 20, which I will not
Okay.
use NPC rolls against you guys.
Thank you.
Flicks. Okay.
There are so many 1s
3.
and 20s at the same time in this game.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. You guys see, like, from behind a tree, a man in a trench coat. He kind of, like, aims his gun, and you hear this, like, stinger sound, and, of, like, what is it? What's the sound he makes? Yeah, yeah. And then a gunshot goes off as he fires his 44 Magnum. The Hugag takes the hit, and then the mysterious stranger, you guys look back, and he's just gone.
Thank you once again. I look forward to seeing you at the next one.
Okay, what the fuck?
It was a friend of mine. Don't worry.
Who was that masked man?
It's a friend of mine. He gave me my gun, actually.
All
For any of you
right.
wondering how I got a 44 Magnum, he gave it to me one day.
He's actually my dad. All right, next up is going to be Devrin.
Can you paint the distance between the moose and where we are?
Well, flip the car on top of you and in front of you, so it's, like, right there.
Oh, the moose is right there.
It's a Hugag, but yes.
Sorry.
We're
Sorry.
trying our best, LB, but some of us don't know the lore.
That's fine.
Not
Actually,
only-
this is
not
not
only
in
that,
the
but this-
Fallout lore. This is something I made up.
Makes it so much harder.
Original.
This entire thing has been so stressful. It's like, okay. So the Hugag is right there.
Yeah, it's right in front of you, going toe to toe with Finn.
Okay. Solid. I am not strong. I can only shoot. I'm going to shoot.
Okay.
Alright, here we go. it says 0 successes, but I'm tagged in it. So is that just 1?
No, you have to get 1 success for it to be 2.
Okay.
So what do you pull out your 10mm pistol and aim for it. You're on the ground still.
And it's not loaded. And I'm like,
yeah.
Fuck.
Grabbing bullets out of your pocket.
But just scrambling. I'd like to use my movement, but I don't know if there is a rule of object interaction in this.
There is. You can use a minor action to either move or do an interaction with object.
Okay, I have to interacting with an object. Would that?
What
just
are you
be
doing?
Grabbing one.
What
I
you doing,
want
girl?
to get. I want to get the. I want to get the lunchbox mime from Max, and just start running towards the moose to slide it under it, and scream at Finn, "Get out of the way!"
Yeah. So if you want to like grab it from Max, he's right next to you because he also was there. So yeah, if you want to grab that, so next turn you can light it off and slide it underneath it. You can definitely do that as your minor action.
Cool. I'm gonna if Max will allow it, I'm going to grab that to
Go for it.
Well, now I have a mine in my hand. Yay!
All right.
That's me.
All right. Next up is Eve. What would you like to do?
I already took my turn.
Oh, that's right.
Fast.
You shot the rocket launcher. I need to write that down. All right, Max, it's you. You are right up close with this thing. What would you like to do?
Does it look like it's very hurt at all?
Oh, yeah. It's on fire.
I wish to use my minor action to move as far away as I can for it because I do not have the close tag with this rifle.
Okay, do so.
And I'm firing in 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
1 success, and damage is 6.
Okay, and it is piercing. So, Finn, as you are winding back to land another strike on this, you see the Hugag in front of you, like, glow red for a second and disintegrate.
We gotta stop melting shit.
You guys have
Not all
killed...
of them.
Is that it?
Yeah, it's dead.
So Goldie
You
will
have
turn
this-
the Tesla coil off
every time.
Goldie would turn the Tesla coil off, and exactly like with the with the honkers, just buzzsaw on and just starts going to the moose because Mr. Armstrong liked to hunt in his pastimes, so we are familiar with how to prep this.
Yeah, you can grab the meat from the smaller one. But you see as things slow down, this guy standing there, Trevor, kind of looks at you guys and, who the fuck are you guys? And that's where we're going to end the episode, because it's 11.
We're just normal people living our lives.
All of us, normal.
I did.
Cameron is.
I did want to like have a thing to where like
Sure.
Devin hands the thing back to Max and then like pops him in the arm and go, "We should really start with that."
Lift mask. I did. It did nothing.
Okay.
All right.
Damn.
Well done, everyone. You've solved my moose puzzle. Let's go around and have everybody... A Hugag, yes. Have everybody introduce or say their goodbyes, tell people where they can find you and all that sort of fun stuff. Take it away, Zach.
Hi there, I'm Zachary Vaudo, and I have played Goldie. You can find me all over the internet at Sneakernet or Sneakernet Music. I make electronic music for your personal enjoyment and for streams such as title cards, for TTRPGs, and for AEW games. I'm also pushing for a nomination for the Crit Awards for said music, so follow me on socials to see what I'd like for you to nominate. Beyond that, I'm appearing on something on Noir Enigma's channel this week. I believe it's on Tuesday. I believe it's a game of Outgunned, so you want to follow him for that. Beyond that, most other things I've got coming up are going to be later, so as I've said multiple times already, just follow me to see what I'm doing, where I'm doing it. I am everywhere that tabletop games are played.
Howdy, folks. I am Danny. I played Finn this evening. Boy, mooses, am I right? But typically, you can find me at CGDannyB all over the internet, TikTok, Blue Sky, YouTube, and Twitch. We stream Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. This week we got Model Monday. We're going to be making some 3D models of the GNOME logo, which is the plan. I think we have a sponsor stream playing Gooing Up, which is a precision platform about being a little slime ball. And then Saturday is probably Rivals again. Who knows? And also, I am the co-host for Playlog Podcast, which comes out every Thursday. This week, my partner Topher will be quizzing me on a bunch of Metacritic scores for indie games, which, as we know, are a mess. So I'm probably gonna get most of them wrong. So I'm very excited to see how well that goes and which indie games have disgustingly poor scores that are unfair. Other than that, you can find me here on One More Sunday. And yeah, that's me.
Oh, that's my turn now. Hey, everybody, I'm Ian, or your boy Big on all social media. Of course, I'm going to be here next Sunday for the final episode, which is so sad. Because although I'm completely lost in lore, I'm having an amazing time. So I love it. I love it here. Other than that, Wednesday, you can see your boy over on Folk and Myth in the in Miko's wonderful long-form campaign 5e D&D in the world of Ystera. And then Thursday, of course, you can see me on Tales of the Valiant, but not this week because I'm going to be doing a duet with Rachel Cordell on Folk and Myth. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And then on Friday, just keep rocking them with Folk and Myth because I'll be in another VTM game in the Black Pentecost Montreal ongoing game, which is a lot of fun. And then on Saturday, normally I'd be over on Another World Tabletop playing VTM, but not this Saturday because it's Mania weekend. And your boys got an event coming through. So honestly, stick to the socials and see what we're going to go do for Mania weekend. It's going to be a blast. So.
I exist. I'm Sean. My brain went away for a second. Hi, my name is Sean. You can find me all across the internet at Help Action Needed, and I'm at the start of a much-needed break, so I don't got a lot going on. On Thursday, you can find us doing episode 3 of our Zelda TTRPG using the It's Dangerous to Go Alone system. The group will be, they're down their mage, but they will be doing a stealth infiltration mission to get to the top of Hyrule Castle, trying to not be seen by Puppet Zelda or Ganon. And then I'll be here on Sunday, and that's it. I got 2 things this week, and I am so happy. I might do a video game stream here or there, play some of the cool indie games that came out, but for right now, I got 2 times I need to be on the internet this week. So if you want to do something, find my podcast or find my socials, and I'll say what I'm doing. That's me.
Hey everybody, I'm Wings, also known as Danae Keener, drawer of doodles and collector of kidneys. You can find me at DanaeKeener.com.
And that just leaves me. Hey everybody, my name is RJ. You can catch me at rjustice282 on the interwebs, on most of my socials. This week, it's over at the Indoor Adventures for our Wild West game in 4th edition. Tuesdays, I'm over on High Shelf Collective with a couple of friends doing Heart the City Beneath. It's really cool. One of the classes is Bee Magic, and you keep them in your chest. I'm playing a rock wizard, and it's not what you think. After that, it's Saturdays over at GGK, G Game Nights, where we do Blades in the Dark. It's getting spicy. We're almost at the end. It's fun. It's funky fresh.
And I'm LB Hackemup. I have been your overseer. You can find me at LB Hackemup on Instagram and on Blue Sky. This is Hack Recklessly. If you're watching it here on Twitch or on YouTube, this is where we are. You can find all of our stuff here. The next time I'm going to be live is with RJ and Danae on Indoor Adventures. We do not have a game out this week on Wednesday. Thursday, are we not doing Tales of the Valiant then? Or...
No, I looked at my calendar right now and I saw that, and Cujo knows I have to remind them.
Okay. But we'll be back here on Sunday for more Fallout fun. After we have concluded this lovely game, we are going to be starting a new short series that will be 3 episodes bi-weekly of a new system by Greg Leatherman, which is about taming small magical creatures that are not like any other brand out there. It's called Damasai Tamers, Damasaki Tamers. But we are going to be playing that. Greg's going to run it for us. So we got the Scooby Squad back together again. And then for the off episodes, it'll just be random stuff. But if you want to join some of us on Wednesday, instead of doing the game on Nerd Immersion's channel, here we're going to be running a Monster of the Week game for some of the people over there. I'm very excited about that. Get some of the squad back together again. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for everyone out there who has been commenting and talking about the game. We love you. Thank you to all my players who are wonderful and rolling a lot of 20s, so I just kept adding HP to this thing. Loved it. We'll be back next week for the final episode, but until next time, I'm LB Hack 'em Up. Hack recklessly. Bye!
Bye.